Podcast. So if you're hearing us, please indicate. We might bring some of you onto the floor later on. But for now, I say very good evening and let us all settle into the conversation. Orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Kóìkì fún àǹfààní gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá ṣe ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Orí Twitter space náà ni a ti bọ́ sí níbi tí a ti máa bá àwọn èèyàn wa sọ̀rọ̀. Kò ń ṣe ara wa nìkan la fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀, so ó ṣeé ṣe kí a sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òyìnbó nítorí pé nígbà tí a bá ní a fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa rántí pé àwọn òyìnbó gangan àwọn ló kó wa papọ̀. A ti rí àwọn request àwọn tó fẹ́ wá sórí floor pẹ̀lú wa, and I will allow some to come on the floor with me as well this particular evening. If you also want to have one or two things that people wa sọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká indicate. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pápá lọ sọ́dọ̀ colleague mi Matthias níbi tí àjọ máa gbé yẹ̀wò pẹ̀lú àwọn Koikimedia team. Matthias, ẹ jẹ́ ká kí àwọn ará ilé tí wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí Twitter space ní èyí. Matthias, you need to unmute so that we can hear you. We cannot hear you yet.
So this is Koikimedia first Twitter space that going to be held today, tonight as well. So so and
ẹ ṣé gan ni a tún ní code àwọn sọ pé Idris Aníọlákúnlé, àwọn tí wọ́n ti make indication pé àwọn náà ní nǹkan tí àwọn fẹ́ bá wa sọ. Ẹ bá wa kí àwọn ará ilé. It's going to be an interactive platform. kò sí nǹkan tó yẹ ká bẹ̀rù nítorí pé right wa là ń béèrè fún. We are not secessionists. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa ṣàlàyé. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa lórí other platform. The only way tí ẹ máa fi bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí tó máa wọlé òun ni lótorí Twitter. Nítorí pé ibẹ̀ gangan ni a ti fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àgbáyé mọ̀ pé lótìtọ́ lódodo àwọn kan wà tán ní election ò lè work láti solve problem Nàìjíríà. A ti ń sọ ó tójọ́ mẹ́ta ó tójọ́ mẹ́rin ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ sì ń sọ pé 2023 òun ló lè solve problem. Ẹ bá wa kí àwọn aráalé bàbá wa Mr. Ọlákúnlé ẹja agbé látọ̀dọ̀ yín náà kí Mr. Idris náà máa gbáradì. Ẹ bá wa kí àwọn aráalé Mr. Ọlákúnlé.
Ẹ káàtó ẹ káàlẹ́ o tí mo ń kí gbogbo wa kó ọ̀nà torí àwa wà ní pẹ̀lú náà ìwà àlè káàmọ̀ sí títà ọ̀sẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n kí gbogbo lé o.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Ẹ já lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Idris. Ẹ bá wa kí àwọn aráalé kátẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ mọ̀ ǹjẹ́ àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa lórí other platform ǹjẹ́ ẹ ní Twitter account nítorí pé lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá níbi tá a bá jókòó sí báyìí a máa ń fi pẹ̀ sí tẹ́tẹ́rẹ́ à ń fẹ́ ṣípá nítorí pé ibẹ̀ máa ń convenient fún wa. Twitter ó wà more up to date than all the other platforms. Ẹ ní rí ojú wa nítorí pé ọ̀rọ̀ ojú kọ́ ni ọ̀rọ̀ wà etí ni kẹtẹ́ sílẹ̀ kí ẹ máa fi gbọ́ wa ẹ̀yin ará ilé tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa. Ẹ bá wa kí àwọn tí wọ́n ti wà lórí ìjókòó bàbá wa Idris ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Ẹ káàsán láti ìlú Amẹ́ríkà làwa ti ń pè yín ṣé ń gbọ́ mi.
Loud and clear.
Láti ìlú Amẹ́ríkà sọ́nà àwọn ẹ̀ ń bá yìí o odò àdúrà o ilẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo wa o ẹ jẹ́ kí a fi ọwọ́ sowọ́pọ̀ ká fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan ká lè délẹ̀ lérí wa Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fún wa ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run ọba ẹ kú ètò náà o.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá wa. Mo wá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wọnú ilé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tí a bá rẹ́ni tó bá ní nǹkan táwọn náà fi bá wa sọ àwọn tó jẹ́ co-host wá jẹ́ kí ẹ ráyè sọ̀rọ̀ nítorí pé ó ṣeé ṣe láàrin méjì láìpẹ́ yìí mo máa fẹ́ dìde ní bínú sí mi kò ń ṣe pé mò ń sá lọ o nítorí pé ó ní tí mo fẹ́ sáré bá àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí ṣe láti bá wọn gbé nǹkan wá sókè. Níbo la ti máa mú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nítorí pé àwa ìran ọmọ aládé ta ni wá gan tí a fi ń sọ pé a fi ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà mọ́. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní ṣèbínú Nàìjíríà náà ni gbogbo wa wà látijọ́ ẹ̀ kí ló wá dé tí à ń sọ pé a fi ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà mọ́. Lára àwọn ìdí tí a ṣe fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú Nàìjíríà mọ́ a máa yànnàná ẹ̀ lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan nítorí pé ní 1906 nǹkan tí a ṣẹ̀tún get ó ti wà nínú rẹ́kọ̀dì náà tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ́ ní àǹfààní tí ètò tá a ṣe ní alẹ́ àná fẹ́ni tó bá darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ẹ rí pé à ń gbọ́ bàbá wa Délé Ògún àwọn náà wà lórí Twitter ní gbogbo ìgbà ni àwọn náà máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ àmọ́ wọ́n sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan ní last year nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yẹn ni mo bá lọ rí i pé ẹnìkan tí wà tó ń pè ní Joseph Chamberlain òun ni secretary of the colony nígbà yẹn ó wà lára àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe kí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà tí ẹ mọ̀ Lugard ni gbogbo wa máa ń pariwo ní gbogbo ìgbà Lugard 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 àmọ́ kò ń ṣe Lugard nìkan ló dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ sí wa lọ́rùn àwọn tó dá sílẹ̀ wọ́pọ̀ Lugard was just a governor administrator níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ on behalf of the empire but nígbà tí gbogbo ẹrù di pé ó di bó lọ yá mi ní 1914 Lugard wá jẹ́ ẹni tí a lè sọ pé òun ni ó ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn délẹ̀ Lugard náà ń jíṣẹ́ fáwọn kan ni nítorí pé kó tó di pé wọ́n kó wa papọ̀ ní 1914 there was a 1906 amalgamation tó ti wà tẹ́lẹ̀ pẹ̀láwà àtàwọn ilẹ̀ Ìgbò tí wàá mọ̀ sí the Southern Protectorate but 8 years down the line we now have the 1914 amalgamation. Ìbéèrè kan táwọn kan máa ń béèrè ni pé kí ni ìdí gan tí àwa kan fi ń takú pé àfi tí ìran Yorùbá bá dá dúró pé kí ni ìdí Ìdí ni pé lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ a kì í ṣe ìran a kì í ṣe ìran Nàìjíríà. Àwọn òyìnbó aláwọ̀ funfun ló kó gbogbo wa papọ̀ tí a fi ń pera wa ní Nàìjíríà. Apart from pé wọ́n fi klọ́ọ̀sì sí ní 1914 amalgamation, ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa farabalẹ̀ jẹ́ kó yé wa pé we were a kingdom, Yorùbá kingdom, àwa náà ní territory, àwa náà gbalẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ, but in the long run ó di pé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kọ́tẹ̀. And tí a bá wò lọ wò bọ̀ lénìí, ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìran ọmọ Yorùbá? Ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìran Haúsá? Ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìran Ìgbò? Àbí all the remaining 300 and whatever ethnic groups ló kó papọ̀? Like I said, kò ń ṣe pé àwa tá à ń pariwo Yorùbá nation lénìí la dá ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation sílẹ̀. Àwọn kan tí ń pariwo Yorùbá nation láti bíi ọdún mélòó kan sẹ́yìn. So kò ń ṣe pé 3 years ago ni the journey of the Yorùbá nation campaign started. But in tó jẹ́ kó yá tí ariwo ẹ̀ fi lọ sókè kò ju pé the opportunity of interlepe ní the new social media conversation, the social media network. Nítorí pé mo rántí pé nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ campaign Yorùbá nation coming towards the end of 2019, àwa come across a video kan tó jáde ní 2017, irú àwọn bàbá wa George Akínọlá, Sahara Reporter ló ṣe fídíò yẹn, wọ́n ṣe ní Adámàsìgbà ní Ìbàdàn. Àwọn tí ń campaign ní báyẹn pé ká má tún lọ ṣe election 2019. But as we all know, there is never opportunity in terms of the message. Ariwo yàn jáde púpọ̀. But down the line, one thing led to the other, and from 2019, the campaign started. And àwọn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í gbà, àwọn kan ò gbà, àwọn kan believe, àwọn kan ò believe, àwọn kan ní pé irọ́ là ń pa pé bóyá à ń ṣe camouflage. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Nigeria has always had proxies. Election tó fẹ́ ṣe nísìnyí, tá a bá wò lọ wò bọ̀, a rí pé àwọn presidential aspirant kan proxies ni wọ́n, they are there as a proxies. Nítorí pé iṣẹ́ tiwọn ni pé kó make sure pé the Yorùbá people or the Igbo people tó ń campaign pa àwọn fẹ́ lọ àfẹ́dádúró. So people thought we were working against the agenda of the Yorùbá tó máa di president, which nobody is even sure whether there will be an election the way things are. Even the international community thinks honestly pé election in Nigeria is still very, very, dicey. But the problem tí ó wà ní ni pé between àwa tá a wá ń campaign pé ẹ jẹ́ kí ìran Yorùbá kó dá dúró àti Nàìjíríà tí àwọn Nigerians tó ń pariwo, there is a massive difference. Let's go back to the 1999 when a padà wá sí democracy. The program tó gbé wá síwájú ni pé restructure máa wà lára in tó ń gbé bọ̀ ní 1999, and the reason for that is after the failed election, after the election tí wọ́n àná ìyẹn Babangida, there was meant to be a change, but wọ́n fi camouflage of bringing a Yoruba man tí a mọ̀ sí Ọbásanjọ́, pé kí Ọbásanjọ́ ńkọ́ kó di president Nigeria, and eventually Ọbásanjọ́ came in. Now ẹ lọ wo àwọn bàbá wa Fẹ́nifẹ́re, they have always been campaigning for the restructure of Nigeria, because tábà wo ohun tí Nigeria ń run lénìí kò ń ṣe tó gbé fún wa ní 1960 or the pre-independent from 1957, 58, 59. What we got was a regional government. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń pè rẹ̀ ní I am a Nigerian kò understand kí ló ń pè gangan ní regional government. In terms of regional government mean pé, as an example, tá bá wo United Kingdom lẹ́nìí, a ní England, a ní Scotland, a ní Wales. These are 3 different regions. Tí kò bá yé ẹ, torí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ilẹ̀ like football, jẹ́ n fi ṣàlàyé fún ẹ. Wales is 3 million in population, but ó lọ as a country ni láti lọ represent ìlú ẹ̀ ní Qatar, ìyẹn football World Cup lọ́sẹ̀ ìgbà tán. Mú yẹn dání sọ́wọ́. Scotland is a country, even though pé wọ́n wà lábẹ́ the same union of United Kingdom. Wọ́n lọ sí football World Cup ìyẹn ní Qatar. England náà lọ represent. Kí ló dé tí kò ṣe jẹ́ pé England ló lọ represent àwọn méjèèjì tó kù? This is the regional government tó jẹ́ ká máa bá bọ̀. But along the line, the regional government was disrupted. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní àwọn ẹ̀yà kan ní ó disrupt the regional government, but the manipulation has always been there pé àwọn òyìnbó mọ̀ pé àwọn láti manipulate gbogbo wa. So they've always have interference in the system of Nigeria. And for the last 62 years, that interference is still ongoing. Ìyàtọ̀ kan ni pé they are now using the politician tí a mọ̀ sí àwọn Yorùbá politician, Igbo politician àti àwọn Hausa politician. Mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ tún padà kó lè yé ẹni tó ń pè rẹ̀ ní I am a Nigerian. Tó bá jẹ́ pé regional government yẹn là ń bá bọ̀ títí di wákàtí, ìwọ ọmọ Yorùbá lẹ́ni probability pé ìwọ náà máa lọ represent ìlú ẹ ní World Cup. O ò ní lọ as a Nigerian, even though pé Nigeria qualify. O ò ní lọ as an Igbo person. Igbo máa send àwọn football team wọn náà máa lọ sí World Cup. But ìdí tí gbogbo wa ṣe ń lọ as a one entity, òun ni pé ṣé Okoro mọ bọ́ọ̀lù bá ó dá ìwọ náà máa bọ̀ ní national team. National team yẹn kẹ̀rẹ́, it has always been pàdípàdí náà ni ẹni tó bá mọ̀. Bó tó bá jẹ́ pé regional government yẹn là ń bá bọ̀ láti 1960 títí di wákàtí, you might become one of our football team tó máa represent wa at least out of the 12 plus another 12 making 24. Ní wá máa ní ọmọ Igbo tó máa fẹ́ play láàrin wa àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé èyí tó bí sí region yẹn gangan tó dẹ̀ ní birth certificate region yẹn. But the priority will be the Yoruba people. Just as ọmọ England tó bá máa lọ play fún Scottish, á jẹ́ pé ibẹ̀ lọ bí sí, á dẹ̀ ti máa gbé pẹ̀lú wọn. But lẹ́ni nísìn, any activities of sport outside Nigeria, wọ́n kàn máa yọ 2, 3, 4, 5 among all the ethnic groups, and wọ́n á dẹ̀ kó gbogbo wa sínú ọkọ̀ gbúgbú, wọ́n kó wa lọ nìyẹn à ń lọ gbá bọ̀. So today mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kó yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Nigerian tó jọmọ Yorùbá pé kò sí bí a ṣe lè continue this union moving forward. The union ó gbọ́dọ̀ stop. Bó dẹ̀ ṣe máa stop ni pé èmi àti ìwọ, forget about sentiment, forget about pé èmi ló kàn, èèyàn kan lẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́, ìyẹn ò lè work mọ́ níbi tí ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà dé lẹ́ni, because in tá a mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ a ti mọ̀ nísìn ju ti tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. So tí ẹnìkankan bá ń parọ́ fún wa pé àwọn máa wọ́, àwọn máa wá fix Nàìjíríà, àwọn máa tún Nàìjíríà ṣe, àwọn máa make sure pé àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá a lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sí gbogbo ohun tó yẹ ká lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ sí nínú Nàìjíríà, they are fooling you. So lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mo tún kí gbogbo àwọn tó ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí Twitter space tí a wà nínú ẹ̀. This is our first Twitter space, and we would like to appreciate everyone that have joined us in the last, almost less than 21 minutes. Ẹ jẹ́ n padà lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọ̀dọ́, torí pé àwọn tí kò ń ṣe pàwọn náà kì í ṣọ̀dọ́, but ẹ jẹ́ n lọ sọ́dọ̀ Matthias. Matthias, bá wa sọ kí nìdí tí ó ṣe kókó tó ṣe pàtàkì pé kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá kó padà sí ilé. than ibi tí à ń sọ pé a fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú máa lọ lo PVC, because àwọn kan tẹ̀lé àwọn olóṣèlú in the hope pé bóyá fúdì kan àbí ìdí kejì things will change. Mo máa dìde, so you have to work between yourself, Idris. We have about 3 speakers now. So èmi máa dìde, so for the probably 5 minutes. So when I come back, màá jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé mo ti wà lórí ìjókòó. Àwọn tó ń wò wá nílé, ẹni tó bá fi darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, orí Twitter nìkan lẹ ti máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí, kò sí comment section, kò sí pàǹkà comment. Tẹ bá fẹ́ darapọ̀, ẹ máa wọnú Twitter space yẹn, àti ní kólúkálukú lọ register láti wọnú Twitter. Matthias, gbé láti bẹ̀. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo fi ìjókòó yìí a fi kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ òmìnira ilẹ̀ Yorùbá là ń fẹ́. Eléyìí tá à ń ṣe yìí kò ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ olóṣèlú, ẹgbẹ́ òmìnira Yorùbá nation òun ni. Matthias, take over. Okay, because of their network. So, Mr. Idris, ẹ bá wa coordinate láàrin ẹ̀yin, because Matthias àti Ọlákúnlé àwọn wà ní on the ground. So we might be having problem with their network, because these are the reasons tí development tó wáyé tó wáyé for the last 62 years. We cannot remain in this kind of contraction, a zoo. Some people don't like us calling Nigeria a zoo, but Nigeria is actually a zoo. Even some zoo here in UK abroad, they are far better. Let's go straight. Mr. Olakunle, take over. And then, like I said, I'll be back on my seat in just about a few minutes. Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Okay. What I could Mr. Matthias, what I could want to láti ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ni. Nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ni. Yeah. Mú kí gbogbo lé o, àdẹ̀kù ọ̀rọ̀ ìlú o. Ọlọ́run ọba tí ó ti bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà, a bá wa parí láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà, a máa délé ìlú. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní bí ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa náà ṣe àwátì. Ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà kò sí àkọsẹ́ni tí ó sì tí a bá máa wò dáadáa, àkọsẹ́ni tí ó sì. Even inú gan tí mo jáde nínú gan mo ṣe rí so many youth tó yẹ pé wọ́n wà on some blue shirts and caps tó yẹ pé I was even surprised pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo ariwo tá a ti ń pa pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí kò dẹ̀ bí ìṣẹ́jọ́ wọn wọ́n ti fi so many things ni wọ́n ti fi jẹ gbogbo wọn yà. Nǹkan tó ń jẹ náà ni nǹkan tó máa jẹ náà ni gbogbo náà wà. So ìṣẹ́jú wọn bọ̀t ó kàn dùn wá náà ni pé at least this is the right time ní àti jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa, because we can't continue like this really. Yeah. Can't continue like this. The coming election náà tí a bá máa wò kò sí nínú gbogbo candidate wọn náà kò sí ní tó máa wọlé náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí gbogbo àṣemọ̀ kò sí ní tó máa wọlé náà tí yóò máa transform ìlú pé kí ìlú dá àbí kí ìlú wà òkè. So gbogbo wọn náà àpò ara wọn náà ni gbogbo wọn náà ń jà fún. And in order to kí actualization Fulani agenda àwọn ará bínú ní gbogbo nǹkan tí gbogbo wọn náà tí wọ́n ń ṣe fún nǹkan tí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ní fún wọn ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run ilẹ̀ odò á wá sí ìmúṣẹ pẹ̀lú gbọ́dọ̀. So kò sí tí a bá ti máa wo economically wise zero ní Nàìjíríà wà. Kò sí nǹkan kan tó ń work rárá. Yeah, nothing is working. Kò sí pé ṣé educational sector lábẹ́ sọ ni ṣé whatever ṣé gíní kò sí. Even àwọn tí wọ́n iṣẹ́ ìjọba gan sẹ́gun they are not even kí wọ́n tó gba salary gan gbèsè ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀. It can't even work. Kò sí bí tí wọ́n bá send angel from heaven kò lè ṣiṣẹ́, kò sí nǹkan kan tí ó lè work àbí táwọn máa parọ́ tọ́ra wa. So the only thing tí ó lè work fún gbogbo wa ní àti fi lè rí ayé pé òun ni pé kí oníkálukú lọ́lẹ̀ kí àbí kẹ̀rọ from our basic again. Yes. So many things to say though, but mo máa fi sílẹ̀ báyìí ná nípa mi. So Mr. Coded, kí ni sẹ́yìn lè take over? Ẹ ṣe mi. Hello. Hello. Ẹ ń gbọ́ mi? Yeah, à ń gbọ́ yín lálàáfíà, à ń gbọ́ yín. Okay, àkójọ náà o. Ọlọ́run darapọ̀ mọ́ wa nínú ìrìn àjò yìí tí a tẹ̀sẹ̀ bọ̀ yìí. Because ìrìn àjò tó gbẹ̀ mí, a lè gbọdọ̀ parọ́ fúnra wa. Ibi tá a lè bá dé yìí, a gbọdọ̀ bá a sọ èyí tó jẹ́, a gbọdọ̀ bá ara sọ èyí tó jẹ́ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Torí pé kó ló di pé mi náà kó ní Nàìjíríà, èmi náà go through a lot. Kó lè pé Ọlọ́run gbà kóso pé kí o àsìkò yàtọ̀ náà máa kó ní ìlú. Àmọ́ pàṣẹ náà kó ìlú náà, pàṣẹ náà wà ní ìlú Gáláwà Amẹ́ríkà náà títí bí abẹ́ náà ló rọrùn náà. Wípé kí a fọwọ́ gbé tó jẹ́ ìrètí tiwa, gbogbo àfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀, ká má fi ọ̀tẹ̀ sí, ká má fi tẹ̀gbẹ̀lẹ̀kùn sí, ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè gbé ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tiwa náà ká lè gbé lárugẹ. Òun ni ìjà tí àwa náà jà láti ibi táwa náà wà yìí. A lè ní pé àríṣe àríkùkù nǹkan táwọn rí báyìí náà gbọ́n náà la lè ṣe náà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Èyí táwọn olóṣèlú tàn wá jẹ yìí ó ti tó àwọn tèmi náà tó wà nínú máa pè wọ́n. Tí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ṣé kò ti tó kẹ́ ẹ̀ náà lẹ́yìn àwọn olóṣèlú ni. Àwọn náà ti ń rí níṣẹ́ pé gbogbo wọn ń sọ lọ́tún lósì gbogbo náà pàbó ló ń já sí. So wọ́n fi àsìkò yìí rọ ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ bí àbúrò mi, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ bí ẹgbẹ́ mi náà tàbí wà nígbà àwọn tó jẹ́ bàbá wọn tó jẹ́ ìyá wa náà tàbí wà lórí Twitter space yìí náà. Àsìkò yìí ni kí gbogbo wa ṣe kí ni ká jókòó ká bá ara wa sọ èyí tó jẹ́ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ má yẹ ká fi ọ̀tẹ̀ sí, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi wọn ṣọ̀kan. Ẹ má yẹ ká gbé yàn kan ló ṣe gba ìbánisọ̀ kan ní gba ìbánisọ̀. The actualization of ìbánisọ̀ ni kí gbogbo wa ṣe kí ni ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè délé ìlérí wa. Torí pé tá a bá ti jẹ́ káwọn pípò yìí láti jẹ́ kán ṣe ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ tó tún ṣe yìí, á jẹ́ pé à ń sọ fáwọn British pé amalgamation tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa ó sì valid nìyẹn. But tí àbájẹ́ kán ráyè ṣe ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí, á jẹ́ pé wọ́n rí pé àsìkò tó tí oníkálukú fẹ́ ń yà lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Torí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Nàìjíríà, àwa náà à ń fara kó níbẹ̀ pàṣẹ láwàá ìgbà ètò. Ó dẹ̀ ń dùn wá pé àwọn èèyàn wa náà tẹ́kọ́ ti gòkè àgbà, but ìlú tó wà yẹn kò fún wọn ní means láti lè ṣe kí ni láti lè tẹ̀síwájú. Nípa tá a lè ń béèrè lọ́wọ́ ìjọba tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa, òun ni basic ni pé ẹ fún wa lómi, ẹ fún wa nínú, ẹ fún wa lọ́rọ̀ tó dáa. Nípa tá a lè ń béèrè yìí, wọ́n kọ̀ ọ̀fẹ́ fún wa, wọ́n fi lè pa aráàlú, ìyà ń jẹ aráàlú, àti jẹ àti mu ó dùnkún fẹ́ lòmí, àti rọmọ níléèwé ó dùnkún fẹ́ lòmí. So àsìkò tí a wà yìí kì í ṣe àsìkò lépa, àsìkò tá a gbọ́dọ̀ jókòó ká tún ronú ara wa ò pé ibo la ti ń bọ̀, ibo là ń lọ. Ìyàtọ̀ jẹ́ fún 62 years yìí náà ṣé kò tó ni? Ó yẹ káwọn ògbó ti tó, òun làwọn bàbá wa jẹ, òun làwọn ìyá wa jẹ, òun làwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa mọ́mí, òun làwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa míì jẹ, òun làwọn tuntun jẹ báyìí, àwọn tuntun bímọ sínú ẹ̀, ṣé òun làwọn wa náà tún máa jẹ? Gbogbo kí ló yẹ ká mú ká rò lọ́tùn lósì pé èyí tá à ń ṣe náà ó ti tó ẹlòmíì gbogbo ẹ̀ka ló ti káfíń sí ẹlòmíì náà ti bímọ. Ọmọ náà ti pariwo up nepa. Ìgbà táwọn jẹ́ náà bá pariwo up nepa tó máa ń dàgbà tí òun náà ti bímọ, ṣé ọmọ tí mo fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ náà ti pariwo up nepa ni? Ìran kìíní pariwo up nepa, ìran kejì pariwo up nepa, ìran kẹta pariwo up nepa, ṣé ìran kẹrin ìran kẹfà tó máa pariwo up nepa ni? Tó o ká bá lè mọ̀ pé gbogbo ìtànjẹ táwọn olóṣèlú ń tàn wá jẹ yìí ó ti tó gẹ́. Àní kí Nàìjíríà máa wà o, àní kí Nàìjíríà máa wà, àwa fẹ́ kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà, ohun nǹkan táwa ń béèrè fún. Àwọn tó bá fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ Nàìjíríà kọ́ ló darapọ̀ mọ́ Nàìjíríà kọ́ ló máa ṣètò Nàìjíríà bí wọ́n ti fẹ́ ṣe. Kíní kan ló fẹ́ wọlé o, igbá kan ló fẹ́ wọlé o, kò kàn wá mọ́ ju wípé bá ṣe máa fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ bí ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà. Bí ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ, ẹ má yẹ ká fi ọ̀tẹ̀ sí, ẹ má yẹ ká fi pé tí òun nìkan ni. Ẹ tá bá ti rí pé ó lè ṣe é fi ká tì lẹ́yìn kí o gbá ṣe kí ni ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ yóò fi ṣe ọwọ́. Torí pé ọwọ́ kan ò lè dá pàtẹ́wọ́, wípé kọ́wọ́ kejì kó ràn lọ́wọ́ láti lè pa àtẹ́wọ́ yẹn òun ni a máa fi gbé ilẹ̀ rírí Oòduà pé wá o àní ṣàṣetì o àṣetì ò ní jẹ́ títí wá o gbogbo àwọn tó bá ní ká má délẹ̀ lérí àwọn náà ní bá a délẹ̀ lérí o.
Thank you so much. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń bá wa hold mo mọ̀ ẹ bá mi padà Mr. Ọlákúnlé mo kí Mr. Ọlákúnlé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní ìbéèrè tí ó máa ń jọyọ pé ǹjẹ́ irú ìbéèrè pé a fẹ́ lọ ǹjẹ́ ó lè mú ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ bí àyàn ló ṣe ń jẹ́ káwọn kan máa sá sẹ́yìn pé àwọn ò fẹ́ wà nínú ibi tí ìtàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ máa ti wà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ nǹkan pé lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ kò sọmọ Yorùbá kankan tó ń campaign bí bàbá wa Akíntóyè ti ṣe ń sọ fún wa pé intagbedani is a peaceful campaign. Ẹ dẹ̀ rí i pé láti ọdún mẹ́ta títí di wákàtí mo rò pé wọ́n lè mú ẹ̀rí kan jáde pé aráyàn kan àbí níbì kan àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan wọ́n rí wọn bóyá wọ́n lọ ń ṣe àṣemáṣe wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe jàǹbá mo rò pé bí kankan wà kò sẹ́nì kankan tó lè mú evidence yẹn jáde. Ìtàn sọ fún àwọn tó ń rò bẹ́ẹ̀ pé ìtàjẹ̀sílẹ̀ láti wà ní pé Nigerian government gangan ni ó mú ìtàjẹ̀sílẹ̀ wá sínú Nàìjíríà and ẹ̀rí dẹ̀ wà nítorí pé ẹ̀rí oríṣiríṣi ni a máa ń mú wá lórí ètò torí pé eléyìí jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ tí a máa ṣe lórí Twitter so ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ irú àwọn fídíò yẹn lórí program wa tẹ́lẹ̀ being the first Twitter space tí à ń ṣe lénìí àwọn audio kan wà tí a kàn máa fẹ́ play kó lè yé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ta ni Nigerian ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí the former president of Nigeria Goodluck Ebele Jonathan said in this video.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria.
Eba, you know the sound is going to come out
and I reflect
in
back
just about a few minutes. Let's check what we are not getting. Okay, I know why. Because my speaker is muted. Let's get the sound now. Let's listen to Jonathan.
About how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this would help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlook and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Ahmadu Bello, former Premier of Northern Ireland. The third, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only the British intention for the country. This is
So Owuni Agboti, the former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, tó sọ pé the unity of Nigeria is only for the British government. My question to every Nigerian that is campaigning today is, what is our gain as a Nigerian? Kí ni gain wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nigeria, whether you are a Kanuri, you are an Hausa, Efik, you are Igbo, a Yoruba, the 370 ethnic group presently in Nigeria today. What is our gain? And what is the benefit of that name Nigeria? We know already that the word Nigeria is not a spiritual or a God-given. It is something that was put together by the British Empire during the colony of the Nigeria, as at the time when the British Empire was was running the affair of Nigeria, and they actually run the affair for a very, very long time. And I'm going to go back again to part of what a discussion line that people also ask is, okay, since we have lived together at Idogbe for 62 years, it is due to leadership. It is due because there's corruption in the land. It is because we don't have the right set mind of people. But maybe 2023 will give us the right set of people to move Nigeria forward. And I'm asking the question, are we truly sure that we can move Nigeria forward with the spark of so many atrocity, injustice, nepotism, subjugation that is currently going on by the current spark of situation in Nigeria? Let's take a look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, maybe some of you don't understand the meaning of rendition, and maybe we should look for the English dictionary of that word rendition. Tó bá sọ pé nǹkan rendition. Rendition means that the practice of sending a foreign criminal or terrorist suspect covertly to be interrogated in a country with less rigorous regulation for human treatment of prisoners. My question now is, when has Nnamdi Kanu become a terrorist that the federal government thought that the only terrorist that they can run after that is in the country, we're talking about the ISIS, the Boko Haram, all the different criminal terrorists operating in Nigeria. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n lọ jí àwọn yẹn gbé ní gbogbo ibi tó wà, terrorizing different Nigerians in different parts, even up to the beginning of this year when terrorists actually stopped a train and kidnapped many people. But rendition is not something new to somebody like the President Muhammadu Buhari. We have known him before, because it's not the first time that Buhari has done a similar kidnap before. He actually did something similar or something that would have actually be what we can call the Diko affair. Let me take you back to history. For the Nigerians that are born in 90s, 2000, that are campaigning and working towards to fix Nigeria, have you ever heard that President Muhammadu Buhari, after he has come into office through a military coup by overthrowing a civilian government of Shehu Shagari, President Muhammadu Buhari, the current president of Nigeria today, also did what we called a kidnapping situation in 1984 when Umaru Diko, we are not here to say Umaru Diko was a good guy. They were also part of the corrupt elite in Nigeria as at that period of time in 1984. Let me take you through the affair of Diko. The Diko affair was a joint Nigerian and Israel attempt to kidnap Umaru Diko, guess where? In United Kingdom. I mean, for the Nigerians that are trying to save Nigeria, do you know that as far back as in the 80s, 84, this current same president was already building on kidnapping a Nigerian citizen, not in African country, but right here in United Kingdom. But it was a failed mission. But it was a joint Nigerian and Israel attempt to kidnap Umaru Diko. Umaru Diko was a former Nigerian civilian government. He was a minister that was living in United Kingdom in 1984 and secretly transporting back to Nigeria in a diplomatic bag. So if Buhari was able to make that attempt, even in the midst of maybe less communication as we have it today, let me tell Nigerians that Buhari is actually going, dead or alive, because nobody can confirm whether it's the actual one until we have a full DNA. But let's leave it as the one that is there presently. If Buhari can attempt to kidnap Umaru Diko in 1984, he did the same thing right here in 2021 when Nnamdi Kanu was actually kidnapped from Kenya. The question then is, the injustice is not because of Nnamdi Kanu, it's because of the hatred that the northerner have for the southeast, and the same hatred that we can say that every single one of us have for each other. Is it not better now that we go back the separate ways, allow Nigeria to dissolve as Soviet Union have done, as other countries around the world has done? And should Nigeria continue the way it is running presently, there is no way that we can have unity. There is no way we can have peace. And those unity, again, goes back to the same unity that we are talking about. I just want to give you what the Reverend Okoti said some few days ago. Number one, if anybody thinks that the survival of Nigeria will run for another 62 years, I want you to open your ears very well. Nigeria cannot survive another 62 years the way it is running. First and foremost, we are running a very fraudulent constitution. This constitution was put together by the same Abdul Salam that is now campaigning for peace talk in Abuja. For those that wants to campaign in this fraudulent election that they are bringing to you again, and everybody is excited because it seems that money is exchanging hands during an election period. But let me give this notice to Nigerians that there's something that is going to hold you back from not fulfilling the full Nigeria that you want, and that is the fraudulent military decree 1999 constitution. A lot of people have spoken about that constitution, but yet Nigerians are hoping that should Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because I don't call him Asiwaju because there's nothing Asiwaju in name, because at the end of the day people say, àwa ọmọ Yorùbá ó jẹ́ ká máa respect àgbàlagbà. Asiwaju deceived the Afenifere for a very long time because they actually brought him in the hope that he will be a Yoruba man that will serve the interest of the Yoruba people. But I'm sure that today the Afenifere are regretting even allowing Tinubu to be the governor of Lagos State in 1999. Until today, nobody even know who killed Funsho Williams. That is still a tag on Tinubu's head. And they can come out in his media to come and defend it. Also, Tinubu does not have the right integrity as of today, because he has actually been linked with a drug situation in America. And he has not denied it. I mean, you can have cocaine money to go through your bank account. And you can say, well, I didn't know it was the cocaine money. Let me just allow that money to forfeit that amount of money in thousands of dollars. But yet, whatever happened in America, that is still something that is still on his name right there. And we know that the Lagos that people have talked about that Tinubu built, Tinubu has actually conned the Lagosians and the Southwest in the hope that it was pleasing some certain set of people. And today, we can then see them all over the place, on the social media, campaigning and hoping that Tinubu will come and rescue, Yoruba people. Tinubu does not have the interest of the Yoruba people, only interest in Yoruba. And the same goes to Atiku. Atiku does not even should be coming out to tell us he wants to be the president. After all the, whether it's an allegation, whether it's not an allegation, we saw what he did under, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo when Atiku was his vice president. And today, we know Atiku as well. Peter Obi, that people are also campaigning, thinking that this is a miracle. We now have, somebody that can challenge the two other fraudulent political parties, be it APC, be it, PDP. We know that this set of criminals, whether from the level of the speaker, from the level of the deputy speaker, going up to the deputy governor, going up to the governor, we know they have not done anything, to survive, to make life meaningful for the Yoruba people in the last 23 years of the fraudulent Nigerian using a fraudulent document. And we have something to back that. And what is going to back that is somebody that a lot of you know is well respected in Nigeria. I'm talking about this former, the senior advocate of Nigeria, also known as Afe Babalola. So many of them, Robert Clark, they've all spoken about this constitution. Kí ló wà nínú constitution yẹn that we are all complaining that even if any of these people that you are campaigning for should come and say they will be the president, we know that there is no way they can bring that constitution down, because the northern part of Nigeria today has more sitting than the southwest. So if any Yoruba or any Igbo or Hausa is praying that the constitution will be amended when Peter Obi gets to power, or when Tinubu gets to power, or when Atiku gets to power, I will be disappointing you this evening that that is not going to happen. Let's listen carefully to Afe Babalola. He's a senior advocate of Nigeria, and this was an interview he granted to Channels Television sometime last year.
Are there for all to see. That's the view of elder statesman and senior advocate of Nigeria, Afe Babalola, told Channels Television's Glad Yakiru in our current affairs program Newsnight that with the level of insecurity and poverty in the country, which in his view stems from the Constitution's problems, elections are not the most urgent assignment.
Okay, you heard him there saying that election was not the major assignment. But Lenny, the same Afe Babalola, has already endorsed Peter Obi. So my question to these, our elder statesmen, as we call them, on what constitution is Peter Obi going to govern Nigeria? On what constitution that Afe Babalola believe that I'm not going to endorse Tinubu, because you would expect a Yoruba man to endorse a Yoruba man, but they know that Tinubu is a criminal. So there's no way they want to endorse Tinubu. There's no way he wants to endorse Atiku, because Atiku is a Fulani man, and Atiku will continue with the Fulani agenda. And that literally means that the agenda that Buhari has not completed, should Atiku become the president, he will complete that agenda. This agenda has been coming as far back as in the 80s, even during the reign of the former dictator Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. So Nigerians must now look back and start looking at the dot line. I know the feelings of election, money has been thrown all over the place. Some people get Okada. If you're lucky, you will get a very second-hand car after the one that they've used to brand their name, because they're going to steal a lot of money. So, but that same car, you have an accident, they will get to the general hospital, there is no medicine, you will probably be dead before you get there because there's no ambulance. They might give you an Okada, but they are not fixing the road. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway has been going on for only God knows. And every other thing that we are discussing, you cannot govern a country without an authentic constitution. Abdul Salam Abubakar, with that white beard, that man needs to be taken to the ICC, the International Criminal Court. He should not be sitting in Abuja telling people to come and sign what we call a peace treaty. And I mean, even though we know that Sowore is not going anywhere, but he's pushing his luck that he might be a president of Nigeria. But go and listen to what Sowore told them. We might probably have time to play that later on. Sowore was telling them that, you know, they will all run at some point. But let's go back and listen more to what Afe Babalola was saying on why the Constitution has made your life, those of you Nigerians today, it has actually put you backwards. Nigeria is 62 years backwards rather than moving forward. We are better off as different nations. There is no way Lithuania, a country less than 3 million, not even up to the population of Osun State, should have its own prime minister, have their own system working for them. But today, we are seeing Nigerians so excited. It is election fever. And I'm sure by the time the election is over, your economy is not going to grow. The economy of Nigeria from 2015 under this fraudulent fake man called Buhari. And don't let us talk about Buhari alone. He also had an expert that everybody was thinking was going to bring peace and joy. I'm talking about that Pastor Ruga, the short man devil known as Yemi Osinbajo. He is part of the criminality that has put Nigeria where it is today. A lot of people thought Osinbajo was going to be the star boy. But today, Osinbajo is not even comfortable. Imagine Osinbajo is not comfortable to campaign for his boss. And that is the criminal drug baron, Tinubu. Osinbajo has actually distanced himself, even though Osinbajo was part of those that brought Nigeria to where it is today. Let's listen again to Afe Babalola. A very good evening. This is our first Twitter space on Koikimedia, and I'm sure there'll be more of this. I can see some requests coming through. We're going to let you come through quickly, but let's listen to this first.
Provisions of the 1999 Constitution about history. We all know, we do know, I know, all my listeners know that our problem is the Constitution, which has made Constitution very lucrative, the only business. You go to the street today, go out, see 10 young boys, ask them, hey, what's your business? Politics. What's your business? Politics. Out of the 10 will tell you it's politics. It has become business. There was no poverty when I was growing up. Under the 60-65, there was no poverty. Nigeria today is the world poverty capital. And yet, they want to contest election under the same constitution that supports us to where we are. Left to me alone. Let us cure that disease. And that disease is the constitution. And again, the same constitution, section 9, permits the members of House to amend the constitution. Let me read to you. It says, the National Assembly may, subject to the provision of this constitution, alter any of the provisions of the constitution. Alter means change. Any means all, any, the whole, part, or, much, or all. What stops the parliament, legislators, from amending this constitution and say, it is hereby enacted.
Okay, it is hereby ignited. And exactly what Afe Babalola was telling us as at last year, somebody is telling us the same thing in a different way. Again, we know him very well, very popular in Nigeria. He's also contested before, but as Nigerians, nobody is going to vote such people. Nigeria's survival depends on restructuring, says Okoti. My question to those that are campaigning, and what don't campaign, do you think that there will be a restructured Nigeria by any of these criminal political parties running up and down, you know, as a stooge? Because we know that there is no way that Peter Obi is not a stooge working again on behalf of the British Empire. We saw that Peter Obi could not get a ticket under PDP. He ran quickly to London, you know, and he came out, and all of a sudden, he wants to contest under the Labour Party. We know how these things work. let's hear what, and this is for those of you that might want to reference where I'm reading this from. This actually, is in the daily, but the particular one I'm reading from right now is on the Punch, the 17th of January 2023. This is Koikimedia as we continue with our first Twitter space in the year 2023. Sorry for some of the background noise, for those of you that are listening to us. Nigeria's survival depends on restructuring, says Okoti. And just after, this line, prepare yourself, Mr. Frank. And then after that, Falano, I'm going to allow you to quickly come through a few minutes to speak while we continue, again. But for now, let's quickly listen to what I'm going to read. The founder of the House of Old of God Church and the former presidential candidate, Chris Okoti, has warned. Imagine, I want you to read, to take note of this word, warn. When somebody is warning something, we are being warned all the time that Nigeria will fall, Nigeria will collapse. But he's actually also warned that Nigeria's survival depends on its restructuring. The question is, Talotobe, who has the audacity, who has the God to do so, knowing fully well that the northern part of Nigeria controls the Senate, the northern part of Nigeria controls also the House of Rep. According to Okoti New Year's message released by his media advisor Ladi Ayodeji, the cleric said Nigeria will need a strong governance structures and a stable, polite, if it will overcome the 2023 global economic crisis predicted by experts. If you want to know one of those experts, you can go into Bloomberg. I did a program on that some few weeks ago, and Bloomberg gave us about 6 guidelines. Nigeria crude oil is actually up. That is the only big revenue coming into Nigeria. As of today, we do not even have up to $50 billion in our foreign reserve. Nigeria is already dry. But because a lot of Nigerians, I mean, I can see the excitement, whether you have money or not, you wake up in the morning, you can still see Nigeria. I'm so happy. Maybe one day, miracle will come and God will make me rich in Nigeria. The economy situation in Nigeria. As of today, somebody actually screenshot the price of the liter of petrol. A 6th largest crude oil producer is coming up to 300 naira. Before the end of the year, be prepared for more to come on top of that liter. Let's continue. In continuation of his interim government campaign, which he began in 2019, Okoti said that for Nigeria to overcome the 2023 global economic headwinds predicted by experts, the country will need strong governance structure, a stable, polite, which are absent in the present, guess what, constitution. So let me quickly allow, it's coming up to exactly 1900. Mr. Frank, if you just want to quickly, introduce yourself, and let's hear a bit from you. And while Mr. Frank is going to be speaking to us, let's prepare Mr. Falano as a backup to ready. Mr. Frank, if you're still there listening to us, please unmute, and let's hear from you quickly, please. Mr. Falano, if you just get yourself ready, I believe Mr. Frank probably engage with some other things there. Falano, if you're there, if you're only going to be speaking is when you tell us. If not, we're going to have to bring you out from the speaker section so that we know who actually wants to speak. Ifeanyi is also making a request. We're going to bring you in as well. Please, you will only speak. There's no point, telling us you want to speak and you're not speaking. So we will definitely give Frank and Falano another few minutes, maybe due to their network, because we don't know which part of the globe they're listening to us. So we'll give them another few minutes.
Mr. Falano, you please unmute yourself. Mr. Falano. Good evening, Koiki. Good evening, everybody.
You're welcome, sir.
Thanks for the privilege given to me by you. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Actually, what is going on right now, all Nigerians are really aware of everything. Yeah? And we don't need to tell everybody what is going on, but what I can already say that our people right in Nigeria, I feel I'm in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria. What is going on right now, we've been programmed into the poverty. So we can't see much. We can't see that there's a limit of what we can see, because when we wake up, when we sleep and wake up in this time of Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah. When we sleep and wake up, we always think that all the country all over the world is the same thing as we are living right here. Meanwhile, there is a limit of what we can see. Well, I'm going to talk much about Peter Obi because every people right now in Nigeria are clamoring for Peter Obi. Most of them believe that he's going to be the savior, that he's going to save every people, that he's going to change the government. Well, if he eventually win, maybe we all know, let's just see if he eventually win. Maybe he won by eventually. But the question I'm going to ask, the Northern Cabals, are they going to allow him to work? Number one, the House of Assembly, which we all know that the Northern has the majority of the seats in the House of Assembly. Are they going to allow him to change the 1999 Constitution? That is the main question I'm going to ask everybody. Good day.
And a very thank you so much, Mr. Falano. Mr. Falano has asked the question. Maybe one of our speakers will be able to help us. I believe Mr. Abe was there before Ifeanyi and the rest. Mr. Abe is an interactive platform. You can come in out of your comfort zone. Mute yourself, Olakunle, please. There's an echo coming from you. Mr. Olakunle, about mute Arayi, please. Mr. Olakunle, can you mute yourself, please? Mr. Abe, can you unmute and let's hear your own take on this discussion? When we say Yoruba land must be free, we are also saying the Igbo must. Mr. Olakunle, okay, I think I should be able to mute. Bear with us. This is our first time using this platform to communicate. Mr. Olakunle, can you mute yourself? He's probably not aware. Anyway, if not, we might have to remove you, Mr. Olakunle, if your audio continues to interrupt the live transmission. Please, about mute Arayi. Mr. Abe, can you unmute yourself and then let's hear from you. Okay, if Mr. Abe is not responding, Mr. Abe is not responding yet. Mr. James, I'm going to let you come through. Ifeanyi, prepare yourself as well to speak if you're still there with us. Mr. James, Ifeanyi be getting ready after Mr. James. Good evening, Mr. James. Welcome to the program. Yeah, and if you want to speak in our language, please, you are more than welcome. Don't think we are restricting people to speak in English, but we do know that we have English-speaking listeners, and then we just want to carry as many people along. But Igbo's okay. You are live with us now. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the invitation to be part of the show. So my comment is just that, we're following the agitators, by both the Biafrans and the Yoruba people. So I just discovered something which is bothering my mind. Then I just want to speak it up to go in my mind. And the thing is that the way we Yorubas even I so much appreciate the effort the people you have putting. Our Yoruba agitators, but when I see the different I can just bring out is that two people here we do not have that much aggression like those people they take it, you just take it with levity, and because you people are not on your own day, we need to do this thing with force, not something that we have to be, Christian or all this stuff. But the way we are taking it, because I was even thinking when we can't the others will follow. But the situation now is just like we are following them because I can see the real and the drastic turning up between them within them. So I was just thinking we people and much especially the diaspora, we should give all the energy and vibes that we when they even make contribution, you won't see them, they will be people are not calling up this thing is not, we need more people. Those diasporas, they are not even us, they are not gearing us up. So we need them to be much and more active. And those people are executives where the mindset is most of the problem we have, because some people will be pulling it up and some will be pulling it down. And those people pulling it down, they don't know that when the thing wants to fall, when it's going to fall upon their head. So the thing, well, there are people with different mindsets. So that's just it about life. So without it much of time, that's just my comment. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to comment.
Well, a very thank you so much to Mr. James. We still have a question that came up from Mr. The last one before James was, can the constitution be changed should Peter Obi become the president? That's if. Let's go straight to let me quickly bring Idris. Maybe he can help us. Can the constitution be changed should any of these criminal political parties get into power? Can it be changed? Mr. Idris, can you quickly just under maybe a minute see if you can help us around there? Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n lè change the constitution yẹn? Will the constitution be allowed to be changed? We know it has not been changed since 23 years of the fraudulent political party. Maybe Mr. Idris is a bit busy. Let's go to Ifeanyi. If you can listen to us, let's get your view. And I hope people can still hear me. Okay, yeah, Mr. Idris, sorry, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
According to what you said about the constitution,
yes.
Kò sí kankan tí wọ́n lè ṣe lé lórí.
Okay.
Torí pé ìdí ni wípé àwọn tí wọ́n ń jẹ nínú ẹ̀ wọn ò lè gbà kí ẹ change the constitution. Torí pé táwọn change constitution, definitely everybody máa padà sí ground level, zero level ni. So level táwọn ti wà ẹ́ nísìnyí, àwọn fẹ́ wà ń bẹ̀ forever ni. Kò sí kan tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú mẹ́kùnún, kò sí kan tó kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú ìwọ kan ló ríṣẹ́ ṣe, ìwọ kan ló rí school lọ. So constitution yẹn ó favour àwọn elites àtàwọn tó wà ní political arena tó jẹ́ àwọn olóṣèlú wa. So ìdí tí wọ́n fi nílò change constitution ni pé tí wọ́n ti change ẹ̀ ó máa grant everybody padà sí zero level ni. Kò ní sí pé ọ̀rọ̀ àìsà gbogbo àwọn tó máa lọ wá ń tẹríba fún ọkọ̀ lọ́fíìsì yẹn ṣé kí n kọ́ lọ́fíìsì yẹn gbogbo máa yí kí ni ó máa wá sí oko ìgbàgbé. So ìdí tí wọ́n ṣe hold constitution yẹn nìyẹn at the highest pé táwọn bá di constitution yẹn mú tó wà báyìí. So salary táwọn ń gbà ó máa remain the same. Mẹ̀kúnnù á sì máa padà jìyà náà ni. Èmi ní 30,000 naira tẹ́ ẹ̀ sọ pé fẹ́ gbà náà tí ìyá yín lù 30,000 naira tó fi táwọn fún yín. So these are the reasons tí wọ́n fi nílé change constitution tó di pé fún yín láti 1999, which is the fraudulent constitution tí Abdulsalam gbé wá fún wa when he took over ní 1998 from General Sani Abacha when he actually died and he took over from 1998 to 1999. So àwọn constitution tó ń kọ láàrin ìgbà yẹn òun náà gbélé fún bàbá wa àbí bàbá wọn tí màá sọ ìpínjẹ bàbá tiwa bàbá wọn Ọbásanjọ́ bàbá Olè òun náà gbé fún wọn pé kó fi darí wa. Constitution kẹlẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn kọ́ la kọ́, kò sẹ́ tó mọ̀ nípa constitution nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́. Torí Mr. Koikimedia ti sọ a lot nípa constitution yìí, so everybody should have knowledge about what the constitution actually entails ní àsìkò tí a wà yìí. So àwọn jẹkúdújẹrá tó ti jẹ nínú ẹ̀ àwọn ló favour. Ìwọ kan tó wà fipò jẹ́ mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wípé constitution yẹn favour ẹ̀, it's a no, it's a lie, it's a pure lie. Kò favour anybody, kò favour èmi náà ṣe sákò nílùú. Tó bá favour mi ni kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ ṣe nílùú èmi náà jókòó sílùú mi tí màá máa gbádùn life ara mi pẹ̀lú àwọn family mi. So kò sẹ́ tó favour mo dẹ̀ nígbà tí mo ti fìlú sílẹ̀ títí di ìgbà yìí it has gone to the level of deterioration, ó ti deteriorate kan to the lowest level tó pé àti jẹ àti mu ó ti dogun fún ẹlòmíì. So constitution náà wò yẹn kò sẹ́ tó fẹ́ wá lórí constitution yẹn ní ìsinyìí. Peter Obi tó lòun ń bọ̀, Tinubu tó lòun ń bọ̀, Àtíkù tó lòun ń bọ̀, Ṣòwòrẹ́ tó lòun ń bọ̀, Pọ́npátá tó lòun ń bọ̀. Gbogbo wọn náà on this same constitution náà ni wọ́n sì máa wá fi tó lọ́nà fẹ́ wá fi tó ìlú which is impossible. So ẹ tó máa sọ fún ẹ pé constitution Nàìjíríà ó máa work ẹgbàá ìwé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ kò lè work. And if you go back to what lawyer Dele Farotimi what he said sometime last year I can't recall. Ó ní pé táwọn kó òun mẹ́wàá òun jọ as in with his intellect as a lawyer, Tomako, you can't look on to Nigeria, zero level, so which means it is a full and constitution that has been favor the northern part of the country, not the southeast and not the southwest. So constitution, it can never change in the next 23 years. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you so much, and that's one of our co-hosts this afternoon, all the way in the US. There, we appreciate it. We are co-hosting this together. Thank you so much, African Confidential, and the rest of those that have joined us. Like I said, is an interaction. Even though the headline says Yoruba land must be free, we expect every part of the indigenous people, the aboriginal people, the real owner of the land to be free. Let's quickly come to. I know somebody has raised their hand, even that was calling at random. Bear with us. This is our own first Twitter space outing. So we're still learning. So I don't know whether the right thing to say is if you want to speak, just raise your hands up so that I'm not just calling anybody, even though we have people that are saying they want to be speaker. Yeah, who's actually on the line? Who's speaking now? Is it Oladile speaking? Olade? Fine. Okay, go ahead. Okay, there's a feed coming back from your end. It looks like there's another feed coming. I don't know whether it's from your end or from somebody else.
No, it's not. It's 9
I'm here. Hello?
If you come in again, stop unmuting yourself. Mute yourself until you are called to speak.
Okay.
Then you now unmute yourself. If you muted yourself, the paper from your side will be interrupting whatever any other person is saying.
Okay.
If you want to speak, you raise your hand.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
I want to say something. Koikimedia, I want you. You said I'm on the question.
Yes.
Our brother that said something. So I'm not hearing what he's saying, but the last statement he made, he said that this is Fulani constitution. That's what I grasped. And that is what I wanted to say.
Go ahead.
There's nobody under the surface of the sun can change Nigerian constitution. Nobody can change it. If Nigerian constitution should be changed, would have been changed. Nigerian constitution would have been changed 1960 when Nigeria was created. That's when the constitution would have been changed. Amended in a way that it will favor the common man, the indigenous people of Nigeria. But now, what we have now, Nigeria has been corrupted. Nigeria has been corrupted in a way that many interests have crept up. That a group of Fulani people, Fulani jihadists, are claiming ownership of Nigeria. And they have repositioned themselves in all the seats about in Nigeria. That you cannot change anything. Even in the house of the Senate, you cannot change anything there because you are just few among many. So anybody coming to talk about the constitution is missing, you cannot change it. The only thing is the agenda of the Fulani is to Islamize Nigeria, and that's all. Then our brother James that says something. That's something I want to tell you, James, if you're still out there. You will not be waiting for Sunday IGBOHO to come and evangelize you that you are being true in Yoruba land. You don't need the prophet to tell you that Nigeria portrays death to anyone that they need to know. You don't need Koikimedia to tell you that those with Nigerian flag were knocked down in Lagos Togo when they were trying to see if this same Nigeria can come out and need to favor the youth. They were killed in their numbers. So you don't need anybody to tell you because you start fighting for your destiny and the future, your own and that of your children. You don't need it. Since Sunday IGBOHO marched out, making media matched out, and every other person that I'm going is the know why. They all matched out. You yourself are hearing their cry and the crying call that they are making. See yourself in. You don't need another evangelism. Many of us here didn't need any other evangelism. We heard the voice of one man, Nnamdi Kanu, and we will kill him into the cause. Because we know that this is the only thing that can give us a better future and a hope. So you don't need any other person. Well, this one that you're getting here now, Koikimedia is more than enough. It's not yet more than enough for you to see him and to know where you can participate to make things happen. Thank you, my brother, for the opportunity. God bless you.
And we appreciate you. Humanity. A lot of people don't understand. I think, if I'm right, 2012, Nnamdi Kanu was right there in front of the Nigerian High Commission, fighting for the injustice being served to the northern part of Nigeria. When people think that we are campaigning, that we want out of Nigeria, they think maybe because we hate humanity. No, we are just respecting the indigenous part of who we are, and we want out so that we can even save the humanity itself, because humanity is crying. There's so many innocent people in the IDP camp that shouldn't be there. Maybe if there was a Biafra nation, a Yoruba nation, and a very strong Arewa nation, we could have been able to save them rather than the corrupt politician, giving us the opinion and the view that Nigeria is going to work. Is a live discussion, and we're also streaming on all our other platforms, even though we're not picking any comment from there, but we are focusing. We want to encourage our people to come onto the Twitter. I mean, like I always say, the Biafra have actually, I don't know how Nnamdi Kanu did it, but right there and there, the Biafra are on Twitter, and they use that Twitter to challenge the bully of the Nigerian media that write against, crimes that have not been committed by the Biafra. They want to label everything to Biafra, and we know what is happening, that they are more of a criminal, like the Imo State Governor, Opi Uzodimma, and the rest of them, using their criminality thugs. They wanted to kill the cop guy, they burned the vehicles, but everything is labeled at the Biafra. And like I always say on our platform, Biafra is as innocent as the Yoruba people in the contraction that was put together by the British Empire in the 1914 fake amalgamation, and we need to dissolve it quickly. Like I said, it seems now we have people raising their hands, but with my co-host, they can come in at any time. So let me allow my co-host, Matthias, not to sorrow. Like I said, if you are not Yoruba speaking, bear with us. We will carry you along as much as possible, but as much as we want to make sure that everybody feel comfortable listening to this live transmission. Like, it's our first one, yeah? So don't run away, even if you're hearing Ngbati. I'm sure you will get some along the line, and we will get you in to speak to us as well. Matthias, where are we? The movement continue. We see the movement of the Biafra started earlier than us. But are we still on the same course, or is everything derailing, as a lot of people will say, in Joshua, need the right course? Let me allow Matthias, which is one of our co-hosts, Koikimedia team as well. Raise your hand, we will call you. Don't run away. We will let you speak on this platform. We appreciate everybody. We're fighting the same cause. Our common enemy, now Fulani and the politician that are using the power they have there, like Showore says, to oppress innocent people. Okay, because of the connectivity in that contraction, Matthias might be in and out. Let me quickly bring those that have raised their hand quickly. Okay, Matthias is coming. Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, let me just end for the ability
I would do the translation. You flow. I will translate to our listeners from the Biafra and even the Hausa that are listening to us. I know some of them are Hausa. They're just using Yoruba name.
Yeah. Okay. As you can agree, so gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti rí báyìí, ibi tí ṣọ́ọ̀bù ìdí ní ó fẹ́ jọ bíi pé ó ti tán, ó ti parí, sí kankan mọ́, kò sí ọ̀nà mọ́. Wọ́n máa fẹ́ kí a wò ó ní pé níyì ò tí ì tán. Torí pé kí ni ẹ máa rí oríṣiríṣi sign àwọn àmì ní pé Nàìjíríà ti fẹ́ fọ́ká ọ̀rẹ́dì fún ara ẹ̀. So ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa ní lọ́kàn ní pé kíní yìí ó ti tán. Àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àwọn ọmọ la pa àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn la pa fúnra wa. Ẹ bá rí àwọn brothers wa àwọn ọmọ Igbo gẹ́gẹ́ bí they are our brothers, yes, they are our brothers, yes. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí àwọn pípé yìí kọ́ máa tọ̀ mọ́ ní pé Igbo ọ̀tá wa ní irọ́. Is that thing is one of the things that was put in our mind. Then, but àwọn British àbí àwọn Fulani government wọ́n fi sọ́kàn wa nìyẹn. They created the enmity. Yes, they created the enmity between we and Igbo. And now, àtẹ̀jùpẹ́ náà wọlé bí màá rè ní pé ojú wa ti là àti mọ common enemy wa. So ẹ jọ̀wọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí àwọn ọmọ Igbo èyí tí gbogbo wọn wà lórí Twitter gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gá wa ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ó yẹ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ká pọ̀ lórí Twitter. Ó dà tí àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan bá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ a máa trade àwọn nǹkan yìí. A máa trade àwọn nǹkan yìí, a máa dìbòkì àwọn oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tí à ń gbọ́ dáadáa sọ pé bàbá kíkọ́ ti ṣe eléyìí ti ṣe bákan eléyìí ti ṣe bákan ó fi dàbí pé kí ní ẹ̀fẹ́ máa jìbì rò. So ó ti lè sọ lórí ọ̀gbọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yẹ́ ká mọ̀ ní gbọ́kàn wá ní pé ìparí síbẹ̀ a ní láti ṣe ohun tá a lè ṣe láti jẹ́ kí ilé tó máa kọ̀ntínú lọ. Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí ráwọn Biafra ẹ máa rí pé wọ́n ti pẹ́ nínú ṣọ́ọ̀bù yìí. Wọ́n ti pẹ́ nínú ṣọ́ọ̀bù yìí ẹ máa rí pé wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí ní ẹ̀kọ́ tán fún wọn nígbà kan ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n tún padà wá láti 2017 wọ́n ti padà wá wọ́n ti di báyìí and to the glory of God we can say that Biafra ti lọ half ó ti lọ púpọ̀ kù like second half tó máa kúrò ní this contraption we know as Nigeria. Nigeria is scam. Nigeria ti tọ́ ẹ bá ti jẹ́ ká kí ló fi ẹ̀ ṣe àwọn èèyàn wa gan-an. Nigeria ti tó ọ̀rẹ́ di kò sí ẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan omi ìdíyẹ pé àwọn máa sọ pé ó lè ṣe bí ti bá wù ú. Ẹgbẹ̀rẹ̀ ti rí oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹ wo Benue State lónìí àbí lánàá tí wọ́n tún lọ àtàkà àwọn ajásùn lọ àtàkà àwọn aráàlú. Ẹ bá gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n kàn sọ ó ní pé it is a declaration of war. Oríṣiríṣi ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́kìtì ní Oǹdó ní gbogbo àwọn South West states. Ó jẹ́ pé àwọn mìíràn lè mọ bó ṣe máa gbé sí online àwọn ẹ̀mọ̀. So gbogbo àwọn bíbẹ̀ yẹn tó di pé wọ́n kà wá ẹ jẹ́ ká gbára wa lẹ́nu pẹ̀lú ẹ jọ̀wọ́ and we keep telling you that 1999 constitution can never work. As far as this constitution still exists, Nigeria will not become. Nigeria is not a country without fucking constitution. I'm sorry for using that word. Fucking. I'm sorry. So, ẹ̀dẹ̀ tí wá rí pé àwọn pípé yìí wọn ready láti change the constitution yìí. Gẹ́gẹ́ bá àwọn èèyàn wá ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan o. Wípé ó ṣiṣẹ́ fún àwọn torí pé àwọn rí jẹ́ nídìí rẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n the poor masses they are not benefiting from this constitution. It is a military decree. Yes, kò dàbí kò yẹ kó yẹ lọ sí ìpàdé wa ní oko ẹrú. Oko ẹrú là ṣì wà. Ilé ká gbárùkù ti àwọn tó ń jàjà òmìnira. We don't fight for ourselves. Nígbà kan ìfẹ́lá máa ń kọ́ ńgbà lọ. We dey fear to fight for freedom. We dey fear to fight for liberty. Má jẹ́ kí ní ẹrú àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ló ti jẹ́ dáìbò gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti lọ tọ́lọ́pọ̀ ti tọ́ ni wọ́n ti pín sínú àwọn ìjà òmìnira yìí látẹ̀yìndẹ́yìn látàyédáyé àwọn tí ń jàjà òmìnira ìtẹ́ni wọn sì ti pín sí. Lájẹ́ pé àfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wọn ní nípa ọkùnrin ẹ̀mí wọn lè gbé báyìí. Lẹ́yìn wọn bá tiẹ̀ pín àjọ pé Olódùmarè iṣẹ́ Olódùmarè kò sí lé ẹ̀mí èèyàn rẹ̀ nínú ní ọba máa ń kí ọba fẹ́ jà fún ìlera pọ̀ sí èèyàn kó fẹ́ sacrifice for gbé ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀ṣá. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè. So màá rò wá pé kàkàtà ìṣòro ká má ṣe give up. So what I can say now is that the struggle has not derailed. It derailed yet.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. And that is Matthias, one of the youths, the Yoruba youths, telling us that the struggle, just to brief quickly, some of those that are here might not understand that we're going through a lot of turbulence in our movement, but I'm sure the Biafra must have come across such before, and they are used to that, and they're managing that as we speak. We are live on all other platforms, but our focus point tonight here is on our Twitter space. Let me allow James to quickly speak to us with your beautiful Biafra, my brother Mazinam Dekano face there. Unmute yourself, James, and then Paul should be getting ready after James. Let's hear from you. Like I say, bear with us. If you are hearing that, Ingbati, I'm sure you understand the language is a beautiful language, just as the Igbo language is a beautiful language. Hello, good evening, James, and welcome to the Twitter space.
All right, good evening, everyone. Ekale, Ekurole, good afternoon, good morning to all of you. I appreciate this very good space, Mr. Koiki. You're a wonderful guy. I've been following you for some time, and of course, when you came along to crash the already expelled criminals in the IGBOHO, remember? When you told us you had meetings with our leader, of course, we are proud of him.
Thank you.
Mazinam Dekano, that has, for the past years, before he was kidnapped and renditioned from Kenya. I mean, when you told us how you had meetings with him, and of course, the whole nation now is seeing what is happening, because you can see these guys are bent to bring every of us that are in the Southerners. They are trying to take over our land, and they are trying to make us look like we are second class in our own territories. I appreciate every one of you in the house, and I just want to say something to my Yoruba brothers. We have almost the same thing in common. We eat the same food. I schooled in Lagos. I grew up in Lagos. In fact, I was born in Lagos, and also I have friends in Lagos. But it's a pity that some of us, those that are still clamoring for, I just use that language, that lunatic they call Obi. Of course, we know him from the East. We know who he is. We know what he's playing as. He wants to bring us, to validate that same contraption called Nigeria again, so that we all can also run another 8 years and say, oh, we didn't know how this is how it's going to be. I just want to thank you, Mr. Koiki, and I want to thank Mazi Simon, who is standing there for our leader, Mazi Dekano. I want to thank you so much because, of course, IGBOHO, I'll call him Mazi IGBOHO, a very brave guy. Yes, a very brave guy. If only some of us, I think, validating Nigeria, like someone just spoke now about the constitution, that they know that it's fraudulent. All of them know that it's fraudulent. Every one of them, from top to bottom, they know that it's fraudulent. But what are they trying to do? Because of their own interest, they want us to be enslaved for the next generation to come, and we forbid that. So I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you, all of you that is here tonight. And I want us to follow each other on Twitter, retweet what Koikimedia did.
Okay, I believe it's from our brother, not from my end. I guess maybe he's gonna come back in. Yes, very, very important. Yoruba. Yeah, go ahead, James.
Our sisters from Yoruba land, we married them and we loved them. But
okay, I guess it's just his network coming in and out. Let's follow each other on Twitter. You might not be sure of who to follow on with the Biafra, but as long as you follow Simon Ekpa, you rest assured that you are safe, because we do know that there's a lot of other platforms that you might not know. But if you just want to follow anybody, follow Simon Ekpa, and I'm sure you will then learn those that are following each other. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I think the network is just so bad.
Yes, I can see that.
In a nutshell, I just want to appreciate you, Mr. Koiki, and every other agitator to be free. We will have to be free from these people. Of course, there's something that happened when I last visited. I saw a group of people that are not supposed to be in our lands. And I told my sister, said, see, sister me, do you know that these people are not from here? She did not believe it. All those Meruwa that you see, all those Meruwa, they are not Abokis. The pure houses of Nigeria have been conquered long time ago. You know, they lie to us that they have leprosy. They lie to, I'm just trying to open our minds. They lie to us that they have leprosy. They lie to us that they have all this sickness that they made them blind. These are all slaves that they have used in their farmland. There's what they call NPK. NPK is fertilizer. People that are familiar with the name, they have used this to you know, of course, you know, caustic soda. When you open caustic soda and you inhale it, or the ooze goes to you, it will choke you. They have used that to finish the houses of Nigeria. The real houses of Nigeria cannot even talk anymore. So we are left to liberate them. We are left with the Yoruba people and we the Biafra people are left to liberate these people because they cannot do anything anymore. We cannot live in a refugee in our own land. That is why our children are crying. They want to go home. So if we allow these people, these same people, if we play around with all these things, people that run around and talk about presidency of Tinubu, the sleeping Tinubu, and the Atiku-defunded one and OB, then we are trying to validate this for another 8 or even more years to come. So we cannot allow our children to fight for this freedom. We have to fight it and get them so that they can live the life that we are enjoying outside that contraption. Thank you very much, my comrades. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, and all hail Biafra. Thank you so much. Let's go straight to Paul. Paul, you are now more than welcome to speak to us, and let's hear from you as well. A very good evening once again. It's just coming up to 7:34. It's the first Twitter space of Koikimedia, and we see if this goes well. We might be doing it once a week, and we will also bring maybe more people to speak to us. But one thing is, we are all fighting one common enemy: the Fulanis and the Yoruba and the Bia and the Igbo fake politicians that are holding us back. Go ahead, Mr. Paul.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Koiki, for giving me the opportunity to speak to our people. I'm sorry, I'm driving. I might be going back and forth because of the GPS I'm using.
That's okay.
To direct me on my location. Okay, I've been calling you a couple of times, from your normal program. Okay, what I want to say in regards to the Constitution, Nigerian Constitution was a
Hey, John now.
and I thank God for giving us Martin Namdekalo to educate us before everything get messy. Without Martin Namdekalo giving us the knowledge, all of us would have not rise up, to challenge the Nigerian terrorist government. And I thank you for what you're doing, and also Dr. IGBOHO, for championing that nation for Yoruba nation. We Biafrans, we almost out of the Nigeria. What I'm waiting for from my people, Oduduwa brother, is when I will be hearing from your side, woto. That's all I'm asking for. When are you going to start the woto? Because they are getting it from Nigerian government, terrorist government, the president Boko Haram that are recruited into military. They are getting it from Biafra land. We don't make noise. We believe in action. I want to know when the Ojibwa people, when they're going to start the woto, because the last time they killed your people, 2 of your people from Lagos. If I dive into the Constitution, Nigerian Constitution was, if you look at the 1960 Nigerian Constitution, what they have there is a Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. And each of the region has their 12 representatives. Unlike what we have here now, and before then, they started killing Biafran people. As we were, Ojukwu pleaded with them, is there any way we can solve this problem, which is the restructuring they are clamoring for now? When Ojukwu went to Aburi Accord, most of the people here might not be aware of it. Ojukwu went for Aburi Accord. After the agreement, he came back. British government convinced Gowon not to agree. That was why the 1967 war happened. They killed over 5 million Biafrans.
I don't blame your people because they are not aware. Not to saw them, they are not aware of it. But I'm glad they have opened their eye to know that all of us will have a common enemy, which is the Fulanis. Okay, to fast forward the whole thing, Martin Nanikalu came on board. He called for restructuring, you know, after he was calling for Biafra, you know, then they gave him a python that's 1, 2, and 3, trying to eliminate him. If everybody knew right from time, Biafra, we have never carried arms. All we asked for is that a way out of the whole situation. We carried our flag, they kill us. The same thing that happened at Lekki Tollgate. When the youth are saying, no, the stacks are killing us too much. Is that any way to avoid bloodshed? Is that any way we can solve this problem? They give them the unknown soldiers. Unknown soldiers came and eliminated the people. And they also, you guys should remember that Nigerian government are unknown government. Because when Fela was shouting, you know, to make this country better, they give Fela unknown government that give Fela Papa, Fela Mama, and the family members and other people. You know, that's what we've been going through. They're going on the constitution. You know, Obasanjo get the constitution from Abosalama Abubakar without our consent. None of us here, we say, oh, they consent to that constitution. You know, that was something that was smuggled. That was a military decree. And since it was a fundamental smuggled into Nigeria without our consent, so that constitution is not avoid and it's a fraud. Tell me, based on your question, how will whoever that gets in here stop flooding herdsmen from ransacking our communities, from going to houses to kill our people? It's not going to happen. So the best thing is to, you know, go for Oduduwa Nation and Biafra Nation. Which other nation that wants to march should go ahead and march from there. All you need to do is just to get ready. Biafrans, we are starting it up. So just get yourself ready. Once they want to increase, you just exit. That's only the way you can exit peacefully. Don't worry about it. We're not asking for help. We never ask for help. All we ask for is you position yourself to exit Nigeria. Because for us, we are exiting. Because that constitution was a fraud. We did not consent to it. Okay? I'm just going to leave it here to give other people a message because I'm exiting my way.
Okay, all right. Then, Drive say, thank you so much, Clement, as usual. The Clement I'm talking about is the one on the YouTube. Thank you, my brother. I love that. The one I wrote down because I'm taking note as well here. I wrote down the Woto Woto. Yes. Who's speaking? Okay, all right. The Woto Woto. Definitely. Loud and clear. I can hear you. James.
Matthias, are you still there?
Matthias, I think Matthias is dropped. No, he's still there. He's still there. Yeah, Matthias is still with us. Yes. Matthias is with us. Yes. Thank you. As we're coming in, let us mute. We're just starting. We're not in a rush this Saturday. What more can we discuss than the freedom of our lives from the contraction known as Nigeria? Woto Woto is definitely going to happen. Whether they like it or not, at some point I have said it. Maybe some of you are not aware. I've never been scared to say it. From day one, I say we have to fight our way out of Nigeria. I don't believe in the paperwork. I don't believe in any negotiation. I don't believe in us giving up. Day one of my fight for the Yoruba self-determination, I have. Can somebody mute? I don't know who is there. There's a sound coming up. Please, about mute. I have said it loud and clear that we have to fight to get our way out. Some Yoruba people disagree with that. They've castigated me. They've pointed fingers at me that it's not the right way. Diplomacy is going to give us a very, very long route out of Nigeria, and everybody knows that. But one thing that my last speaker said was something that happened to us, we Yoruba people, and that is what happened to our own. Number one, which I always say, two people that the federal government is scared of in Nigeria is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Chief Sunday Igboho. Those two government headache. It's giving them a lot of concern. And that is why when Nnamdi Kanu home was attacked, the Yoruba people were thinking it was the right thing, not knowing that they were coming to attack IGBOHO on the 3rd of July.
I can no longer hear you. I will go out.
It will definitely be from your own end, so you have to go out and come back in. Yeah. All right.
The media, the state can be regulated and immediately if they're speaking, really anybody that's finishing speaking, then that person will be, the mic will be removed from him. So I thought that I still hanging around can come in, we have some people.
Okay.
Who come into Airbnb.
Okay, I see what you mean.
I'll go out now and come in, I can't hear you.
All right, you do so. And I guess those that have spoken, we might just maybe remove them so that we can have more people on the, I think he has a number of people that can be on the, I think I've removed some. So what I'm trying to say is, when Nnamdi Kanu home was attacked, about 13 people with a dog was killed. I mean, the Yoruba people, some heard about it, some never heard about it. We didn't know that fast forward, after 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, 4 years down the line, actually the government is coming to want to assassinate IGBOHO as well. And, July 3rd was something that the Yoruba people will never forget, when Chief Sunday Igboho's home was attacked. And, he was almost killed. But luckily, as we say, Eledumare, he say, was there to protect him. The government killed the cat. One cat was taken away. I'm not sure whether they took Nnamdi Kanu's dog away to check maybe Nnamdi Kanu become a dog in the process of trying to run away, because they actually took away cat, hoping that IGBOHO will wake up as a human form. And we are grateful that IGBOHO survived that assassination attack. And today, we are becoming more stronger. So the woto is going to happen at some point. There's no doubt about it. Just to give the next person to speak to us. Also, let us also remind ourselves that our main common enemy is the Fulani, but they are no longer the Fulani anymore. They're also the Western power. And the one that is behind all these problems is no one more than, the country we call Great Britain. Not the citizen, but the government of the Great Britain that still believe that Nigeria unity, that Jonathan said, must continue. We must, as indigenous people, the Aboriginal people, must now say, we have had enough of this union. It is not working. There's no way that Wales, that is not even up to the population of some community in the Igbo land or the Biafra land or the Yoruba land, is going to represent as a country. And we have been locked together as Nigeria. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup, whether we like it or not. And as a lot of indices are becoming clearer, but some people at home are still dancing, hoping that Peter Obi will wake up and become the president. So let me go straight to Dele Kobawasoro. If you're there, I know your hand is up. Unmute and let us hear from you. Go ahead.
All right. Good evening, everyone on this space. Both my Yoruba brothers and
thank you, Clement. It's 28 people. Go ahead, Billy.
All right. I'm going also the platform. These are first time. My kudos go to my boss. Koikimedia. Thank boss. Thanks for everything. These are first time of being on this space. And I thank all the listeners. I thank everyone on this platform that you are welcome. And as well, again, our brothers and sisters, welcome to this platform. Yes, a lot of people have said a lot about the Nigerian constitution. The fraudulent constitution with the major problem of this country. My major concern is basically on the Nigerian youth. Everything not Nigeria, it wasn't, I'm not part of Nigeria. I've been telling my family, I've been telling people in my street that I'm not part of Nigeria. Because ever since I was born, my father has been telling me that this country is going to be good, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Well, a lot of things has been crashed out in the zoo country. A lot of things that has been happening. A lot of things, people have been dying every day. Is this same thing I'm going to tell my own children? Is it the same thing I'm going to tell them? Don't worry, Nigeria, this new country is going to be good. No, no, no. I rejected it, and I've done that since our father's leadership Sunday came out, open our eyes, and since my boss Koikimedia has been giving us a lot of strategy, a lot of education online. But to my own surprise, most youths, they are not educated. I was, in my own street. I've been doing house to house evangelism. What I realized that people don't know what they call amalgamation. They don't know how Nigeria this so-called Zoom Nigeria call Nigeria, how they form Nigeria. If you are talking about amalgamation, trying to like educate them, then how is it happening like that? Well, I now realize that all of them are just online bullying, talking about Peter Obi, some of our local and the rest. But I always tell them that the Northern have their own mathematics. It's not possible. They are just high school in University of Jos. I knew how these houses, all of them behave, even in institution. I know they always feel that they are born to rule. Even though they can't write their name, they will tell you they are born to when it comes to politics. So I don't know why some will be clamoring for Tinubu or going for Obi. Why article is there? The five emir are not enough. They're not his article. We just ask ourselves that the rate Atiku campaign, the past election, check it. He felt he was so relaxed. He knew that he had support from the Fulani Caliphate. He has a lot of support from the Northern. So why are we stressing ourselves? You guys say you are local or what? I'm not here for that. But what I'm hearing for is just to cheer my brothers and sisters, the Igbo and Yoruba'S, that this Twitter is our power. And the question we need to ask ourselves that where is Nigerian journalists? People are dying every day, killers everywhere. And all these politicians, why are they not digging their shit? Why are they not bringing their fault? Why are they not bringing their? Let us see what they have done. And you are coming out. Where is your result? As in, what can you do for us? So I personally believe in next election, and which I know that is not going to happen. And let me tell people on this space that we Yoruba'S, we the youth in Yoruba, we the warriors, let me say the warriors, because our forefathers has fought and they won a lot of battles. And I'm telling everyone, and our brothers have been speaking, the Igbos, that yes, Utoto is coming out. We have not even done anything. We have not come out. But let me just assure you that what happened in Lagos, what happened at our last rally that we are about coming out. We have not even started. We have not even people that they just attack those that came in the midnight and all that in that morning. It's not the first attack. They have not even done anything. People that we are even prepared to come out for rally in Lagos, we have not even really. We are about coming out before we heard the news. So we are not backing down. We are just trying to make our strategies, and I'm telling the whole world, and I'm telling the Lagos, the Lagos governor, I'm telling their father, I'm telling everybody that might be involved that we are coming for them. I'm saying it loud and clear. I'm saying it again that we have not done anything. We are coming out. Then you just wait for in Yoruba land and not the election. They are saying it. People have been asking way forward. These are way forward. These are our strengths. And I thank my boss again. I thank people that are on this platform, Igbos and all my brothers, Yoruba'S. These are platforms. Let us continue to retweet anything we need to start retweeting it. And I'm telling you that we are going to come out of this shit country called Zoo. They are coming out to celebrate our victory with the Biafrans. We are coming out to celebrate as Yoruba nation. So we are not backing down. We have not done it. They have not seen it yet. Woto is coming live. Woto is coming live, and we are going to show them that we are all more calling that we are more call Yoruba'S. We are not silent. We are just trying to observe. We are just trying to make our strategy. We are trying to make our way. We are just trying to see maybe the next. We are saying it next election. But my problem is our youth. But that will not concern me. My boss always say, if it's only him, he will stand for us to see that Yoruba land is going to be liberated. And I'm always saying to my people, my streets, to my community, that if it's only me as well, I'm going to liberate Yoruba land. And I want us to challenge people in the streets to continue educating them, to continue telling them about how the amalgamated, about how it has been expired, and about the way forward, which we know that the way forward is not election. It cannot solve any problem. There's a lot of things going on in the country which is not going to possible. I think I'll stop for now, and I'll pause for now to give to the rest.
Thank you so much. Billy, help us to mute. If anybody is not speaking, can you mute? There's a lot of feed coming. I don't know where. I believe that's done. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ tán. Táǹfààní gbogbo ẹni tí kò gbọ́, I'm just going to do a quick summary of what the speaker said because, like I said, we're carrying along everybody. The English is not our language, and we must understand that it is the British that did this evil act on us. You go to Germany, if you like speak English from now to thy kingdom come, they're not going to answer you. So far, fani gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, ntí arákùnrin yẹn sọ ni pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ọmọ tó ń pè ní 1914 amalgamation, and that is a wahala. Tọ́mọ Yorùbá ọba gbọ́n tó ń pè ní 1914 amalgamation, how do we tell them about Yorùbá nation? A gbọ́dọ̀ mọ genesis ibi tá ti ń bọ̀. So gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ jẹ́ kí 1914 amalgamation yẹn kó máa jáde lẹ́nu wa ní gbogbo ìgbà. Ìjọ ti gbọ́ nípa 1914 amalgamation, kí ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀? Nígbà tí wọ́n kó wa papọ̀, àwa Yorùbá, Igbo àti Hausa tó yìnbó dà wá papọ̀, in tó fọ́ọ̀mù Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. This is part of the tools that we need to concentrate as well. And if somebody says on the street that, whoa, gbọ́ nípa 1914 amalgamation, ó ti di dandan pé gbogbo àwa tó kù, iṣẹ́ wa nìyẹn. T Gold, I know you are there. If you want to come up quickly, and then there's another Gold. There's Mr. Amin. Yeah. Yes. This Yoruba guy, we've been here since ever since, and we've been raising his hand. Bring me back as go-on so that we can do the thing. There are those people that raised their hands earlier. Okay, all right. Let's get those ones out of the way then. Yes, all right. So the what? Because I know Tigo was there before people. I mean, he might not know how to raise his hand because all this technology, not be everybody know. Like myself, who I don't think. Tigo was there, but this Omi Yoruba. Oh yeah. Omi Yoruba that is wearing. I don't know whether an Argentina jersey be this. Oh yeah, Ebu was okay.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to speak to you tonight.
And if you are comfortable to speak in our language, Eso Yoruba, I will do a translation for our brothers that are not Yorubas speaking. So don't worry.
Okay.
Ominira Yoruba, ma ready after the speaker. Go ahead.
Wọ́n kọ́ kí bàbá wa Sunday Igboho fún iṣẹ́ bàbá kí n fẹ́ bẹ̀ láti lórí Yorùbá nation yìí àti bàbá wa Bánjí Akíntóyè. Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ ká dé ilẹ̀ lérí ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Sọ Ọlọ́run á tì wá lẹ́yìn àní Ọlọ́run ní tì wá lẹ́yìn. Nípa constitution Nàìjíríà, constitution yẹn kò lè gbé wa débi kankan. Wàláì tàláì kò sí ibi kankan tó ń gbé wa lọ. Nífọ̀n kó jẹ́ Joe Biden, President America, ló wá sí President fún Nàìjíríà pẹ̀lú constitution yẹn kò síbi ẹ̀kọ́ tó lè gbé wa débi because fraudulent constitution ni. So kò sí àǹfààní ẹ̀kan tí ọmọ ìlú tó lè jẹ́ àfi àwọn tó ń ṣe ìjọba yẹn wájú kúrò àwọn as criminal members àwọn nìkan ní constitution yẹn lè work fún. So nítorí ìdí èyí mo bẹ̀ gbogbo wa so ká má kó rẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn Ọlọ́run á mú adélẹ̀ lérí lágbára ní agbára Ọlọ́run á mú adélẹ̀ lérí. So a ní àṣeyẹ ní alákànṣe àti ìlàmàṣe ní agbára Ọlọ́run. Mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi ọkọ̀ tó wà létí gbogbo àwọn bá pè mí lókàn yìí. Èmi lókàn ní Peter Obi ní Àtíkù ní kò síbi nǹkan tó ń lọ. Ifun Ọlọ́run ló kàn táwa ń yìí fún àwa àti Biafra àti Yorùbá nation tá à ń pariwo àti àwa Yorùbá àtàwọn Igbo. Ọlọ́run ló kàn táwa ń yìí. Ifun tábà tí ìtara wá ń yìí gan pé àti sọ pé a fẹ́ lọ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ àwọn fúnra wọn máa para wọn because Tinubu kò ní fẹ́ gbà fún Àtíkù ní fẹ́ gbà fún Tinubu and then Peter Obidele àwọn youth wọ́n jẹ́ àwọn youth tí mo lè pé ókè gùn pé àwa youth wọ́n bá pé wọ́n fẹ́ yan Peter Obidele àwọn youth náà máa dì í so ifọ̀ káàkiri máa pé à ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation bí Biafra wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ so nítorí nǹkan fẹ́ kí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ nìyẹn pé wòtòwòtò yẹn sì ń bọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ká fọkàn balẹ̀ Ọlọ́run máa kún wa lérè dandan Yorùbá nation must stand Biafra must stand ní agbára Ọlọ́run kíákíá dẹ̀ ni kò sí tó pẹ́ mọ́ so.
Thank you so much. Eshigoni Babawa. I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable that if I lost English in the no. Our job here, we will do the translation. Again, just a brief. We thank our father, Professor Banja Kitoye, Babawa, Sunday IGBOHO, and the rest of all our fathers, Babawa Ayiloge. These are, for those that are probably not aware, these are the lead of those that are guiding us. And also, as we look forward to them, in the direction. He also talked about the same constitution can't take us anywhere. And he was even saying that let's go and bring Joe Biden. I'm sure he can't do anything with that fraudulent Abdusalam Abubakar fake military decree 24, I believe, 1999 constitution. He says it's not going to take us anywhere. He was also grateful that a lot of us from the Biafra and the Yoruba woke up in time. Even if we do nothing, the PDP will kill APC, APC will kill PDP, and the youth will eventually kill all the politicians for the corrupt system that they've done. Ominira Yoruba, I think it should be your turn now, if I'm right, because you have been there for a while now. Let's bring you in. Ominira Yoruba, let's bring you in quickly. Once again, we appreciate those that have joined us. We say thank you to those that have spoken already. There's a lot of people that are listening to us on the platform as well, but the Zoom is where we want to speak. Ominira Yoruba, I don't know what kind of jersey is this. Is it Biafra jersey or Yoruba jersey?
Good evening all. Good evening all. Good evening all.
You're welcome, sir.
Mr. Koiki, you are doing a very wonderful work.
We're trying.
I greet all the co-hosts, presenters, and other listeners. I said a top of the moment to you all. Thank you very much. Actually, this is Ominira Yemi, not Ominira Yoruba.
Okay, Ominira Yemi. Okay, I didn't see it.
Links Ominira Yemi on your YouTube platform.
Okay, and I've actually just followed you as well. So go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening to everyone. Concerning, I'll be put to the topic for tonight, which is the constitutional amendment, if it is possible or not possible. I'll be put to the topic bluntly. Actually, to my findings just a few days ago, there was a historical view that I stumbled upon a few days ago. It was about the KABIRU agreement between Nigeria and Mazi Ojukwu. When they went to the agreement with some specialists, some political and economic specialists that went with to that agreement. Generally, what I concluded about that meeting, what they concluded in that meeting was restructuring. If those that are students of history can recall what I'm insinuating on. What they concluded at the KABIRU agreement was restructuring. And the question people refuse to ask is, because after the agreement, Gowon and Ojukwu even ate from the same plate, that everything has been settled. No more conspiracy between the regions. And when they got back to this shithole, Ojukwu made an announcement that the KABIRU agreement has been annulled. Nobody asked the question that who told Gowon to annul that agreement, because in my understanding, that agreement was restructuring, pure core restructuring. Who told him to call it off? So meaning that before this moment, the issue of restructuring has been on for years. and which Nigeria failed to abide to. So, in my own conclusion, restructuring can never take place, and it will never take place. Because if restructuring should have taken place, when this because I was one of the dumb people that believed what these devils told us way back in 2014, that this criminal that is currently the president will restructure this country. And meanwhile, nothing has been done till date. And if there is somebody somewhere somehow still thinking that restructuring will take place, I think I will use this word. I think that person is a fool. And restructuring will never take place. That is my own conclusion. And what rests more on this movement, Yoruba Nation movement, this one just came this platform to me just came of a sudden that there are 4 points that I raised on my own for we the Yoruba'S, because I'm a Yoruba man. There are some things that we are lacking that makes this movement looks difficult for us, and which I'm going to list, but I didn't think I remember before. But I will say this: number one point was is networking. Now there was a time, Mr. Koiki, are you with me?
We are live with you, and I am taking note as well. Go ahead.
Yes, number one, networking. There was a time that you took notes of all the groups that are on this Yoruba Nation movement. You took note of them that they should communicate with you.
And I still have that data. I still have that record. Go ahead. So let me catch what you want to explain there. Thank you.
All the coordinators, do they know themselves? Secondly, if the coordinators don't know themselves, meaning that I think the movement is going to be difficult. It's going to be cumbersome. And if all the coordinators know themselves, what about the sub-coordinators under them each? Do they know themselves? That is number one. Then my number 2 point was if anybody can help me to interpret, there is a notion between us that some people try to do self-recognition, like shaking Rimi, like group wa lo ṣe bye. I think that notion should be erased from all of us, because all of us are after one goal, which is Yoruba Nation, Biafra Nation. That's my number 2 points. Then the last point, let me see if I can remember, because I'm not with the list. Please, a moment, please. There is a notion between we that we are agitating. When we go to our rally ground, you will see people mentioning the names of our frontliner, like Pakitoye, Sunday IGBOHO, and the rest. Are we going there? Are we telling the whole world that we are collecting the nation named Sunday IGBOHO or Pakitoye? Because what we should be chanting is Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation. But some people will go to the rally ground and be shouting the names of our frontliners. And when we are on rally grounds, I don't expect everyone to come with banners of different groups, like Egbe this, Egbe that, Egbe Le. Everything should be unified, which is Yoruba Nation. One voice, Yoruba Nation. Those are the points that I pinpoint that I think maybe is one of the obstacles we are having towards this movement. Then the notion of diasporans coming on here to say that I want to live ready or something like that. See, I'm the kind of person that I follow God bless Simon Ekpa. God bless Master Simon Ekpa. I love him so much. I follow his program most of the times. But due to, Nigeria condition, no lights, sometimes we also to get data, so sometimes I'm not able to follow him fully. There was something he did that I said that the hypo people seems more ready for this movement than Yoruba people. Because there was the last fundraising he did, I saw how everything was coordinated and how everything went. But we Yoruba, I didn't see such because when you say you organize rally, like we always say in Yoruba that when you want to organize such rally, people will not just come out and they'll be thirsty and they'll be hungry. At least there should be something that's to entertain. And I'm seeing something in our present Nigeria. When you say you organize rally, even if you don't call people, there is food and drinks. You will see crowd. For example, look at let me make reference to NSAS. When they used to pull crowd, I could recall the one that happened at Ikeja, Alausa, how people were cooking by the roadside. A guy came on social media and said that oúnjẹ tí mo jẹ ilé mi mo jẹ lórí rally ní protest. Báwo mo ṣe ní jáde fún protest? Because he even showed what they served them. A full plate of jollof rice and chicken. Full chicken lap on top. How many people are seeing that to eat in Nigeria presently? If you even serve that one on rally or protest ground, why won't you see crowd? You will see crowd, everybody will turn out. But when there's no money, how will that one come out? But everything in Yoruba side go the way round. Those are the points that I raised that we should take into consideration. And I pray that God will help us and we will achieve our goal in Jesus' name.
He said, I'm going to come to you back, Ifeanyi, to guide us a little bit who should be calling next. But let me just quickly, summarize briefly in just under a minute. Ẹni tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ tán, ó sọ̀rọ̀ lórí àwọn point mẹ́rin. One of those points was networking. Every coordinator needs to know each other. I would not say that they don't know each other, but we can work more on that. To be honest, most of them know each other, but definitely there might be need of more work. Láti ṣe lórí yẹn. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí self-recognition and the show-off. I think, we could be pointing finger. You could either be pointing finger to us as well and any other person. That anything show-off is not worth it. Self-recognition at this point. Ẹ tún sọ̀rọ̀ lórí on the rally ground. People keep mentioning, Igboho, Iṣẹ́ ń tẹ̀síwájú, Baba Akintoye, and probably maybe the international community might not even understand pé Yoruba country ni a fẹ́. You talked about the unified one voice, which is very, very important. So lórí àwọn diaspora in terms of supporting more. We have the Yoruba Central account, which is one of the main accounts, apart from individuals that also raise money to help towards event. But if anybody wants to donate to a particular account, as of today, you go to www.ysdm.org and you can do your kind of donation there. So if I don't know who is on the the timeline to bring in now. Once again, thank you so much to my co-hosts that are there helping.
Talk now. I can hear you.
Okay. Your job is to be put your eyes
I can hear you.
Put your eyes on the screen to make those people that are spoken already and those that their eyes are open that are to the program. You can meet them more. Anyone that has a meeting, you remove the compromise from the bottom. Then once the person is finished speaking, you come with so that you will not be doing all the job by yourself.
Yeah, I'm monitoring now. Mr. Bush should talk now, yeah. Mr. Go, please, can you just unmute yourself and hello, good evening. Hello. We can hear you. Ekale Bubule.
Ekale.
Mo kí ọ̀gá wa Koiki ẹ̀kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun. Ọlọ́run ọba tó bá dé gbìyànjú yẹn ládé, bá mi dé gbìyànjú yẹn ládé o. Ó ti tó bí ìjọ mélòó kan tí mo ti rí fọ́lù ipò. Irúdò kí Yorùbá Nation movement kó tó get lamplight tó báyìí. Mo ti fọ́lù ipò. Nǹkan tí èmi kàn fẹ́ sọ fún àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa nílé from this moment. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn youth wa tó wà ní Nàìjíríà tó ń pariwo èmi ló kàn èmi Peter Obi kankan etc. Ṣé fọ́ọ̀tì yẹn púpọ̀ ó wà lọ́wọ́ kò dẹ̀ tún sí lọ́wọ́. Reason why tí mo fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé I remember nígbà tí mi náà ṣe wà Nàìjíríà, mo follow àwọn politician yẹn dáadáa. Ọjọ́ tí mo kúrò ní Nàìjíríà tí mo dé sí ìlú tí mo wáyé, mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbá àwọn leaders wa ṣépè ni. Because táwa lọ pé nothing is working, kò sí nǹkan tó work in Nàìjíríà, táwa kàn fẹ́ tara wa lóko. And àwọn politician tó yẹ náà pariwo restructuring election etc. Kò sí president tó lè débẹ̀. Kò tún wọ anywhere, kò sí president tó lè débẹ̀ tó lè change the constitution yẹn. Torí wọ́n mọ̀ pé tó bá fi lè change ẹ̀, kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ kó sá lọ. Even though Joe Biden kó di president Nàìjíríà lè ní, kò lè change the constitution yẹn because kò lè fi wọ̀ ẹ̀. Àwọn tó wà in power nìkan ní constitution Nàìjíríà lè wọ̀. So that reason why tí mo lè fi change ẹ̀ láyé on house. Even though gbogbo àwọn tó pariwo general government gan. Lọ́wọ́ pé tí àwọn àlejò padà sí general government, gbogbo àwọn gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ojú máa ká wọn mọ́. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa fẹ́ ṣe. Báwọn tó wà nítòsí ọ̀dọ̀ wọn tí wọ́n ní take action lé lórí. That is why tí mo lè ṣe fi padà sí restructuring. Mo kàn pítí àwọn tó pariwo restructuring etc. As in tó máa ro àròjinlẹ̀ tó ronú dáadáa, wọ́n mọ̀ pé restructuring rẹ̀ kò sí president tó lè débẹ̀. Ní tí wọ́n ní answer restructuring rẹ̀ tó mọ̀ pé tó máa ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa. Àwọn aráàlú ọmọ àtètè kárùn àdìgbò jẹ̀bù ládòdò kọ́ṣọ́ wọn ẹwà Abuja sìn. There are a lot of secrets tó wà ní Abuja táwọn rẹ̀. If I can recall very well, ní time tí wọ́n láwọn ṣe primary káàkiri táwọn ibi ṣe àtàwọn PDP ṣe primary election wọn káàkiri. Tó di pé ọ̀rọ̀ fẹ́ dàrú mọ́ àwọn APC lọ́wọ́. Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ó yíṣu statement kan láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ election yẹn. Ó ní tí òun bá fi lè wọ lórí candidate tó máa díje fún APC, òun rẹ́dì láti sink Nàìjíríà kó ti bọ́ lónìí. So èèyàn tó sọ statement yẹn jáde, gbàtó máa fi kò pé 2 hours tí gbogbo game don play bẹ̀rẹ̀ fi change. So mi ò fẹ́ ká tọra wa. Káwọn youth tó wà lè tó bá lè ronú ara wọn, wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó tọ́ sáwọn. Because wọ́n ti fi hunger, wọ́n ti fi báyé àwọn youth tó wà Nàìjíríà jẹ́. So wọ́n mọ̀ pé táwọn bá ti lè fi ibi pa wọn, wọn ò ní lè dá lóró láti sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ní káwọn ṣe tàbí nǹkan báyìí kan ní káwọn ṣe. Táwọn election yìí náà máa ń pọ́pọ̀ owó síta. Tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣe máa fi lè lọ tó ń sìn. Wọ́n tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ ra iye ọdún mẹ́rin mi nìyẹn. Gbogbo àgbàdo wa ní outside the country, we wish to be in our land. But nígbà tí lè bá wa ṣe gbé nǹkan àjò táwa yìí náà, truly we are living good, but wọ́n ní àjò lè dùn. Ó dàbí ilé láéláé. So advice mi fún àwọn youth tó wà lè ní pé ká ronú wọn kọ́ mọ nǹkan tó tọ́ yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tó tọ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ọlọ́run á túbọ̀ ràn wá lọ́wọ́.
Well said there again. I don't want us to spend the whole day here. So we say we have about 45 minutes. So let us manage that 45 minutes. We still have a lot of speaker that wants to speak. The last caller is just again advising our youth, both from the Biafra, because not just the Yoruba youth, we have the Igbo youth that are running around campaigning for Obi and the Hausa that are also doing the same thing. Let me also bring in, I don't know whether it was the goat that spoke right now, but maybe Matthias, Ali Elpwa, let's first appreciate our Yoruba people. I mean, I don't know whether a lot of them attend Twitter space, but we have now forced ourselves into it and we will continue. So I believe every once in a week, we will have this kind of conversation and then we will build, that Twitter warrior, that Twitter to work for our people. And we can only say we appreciate everyone that have joined us so far. Once again, this is our first Twitter space. So let me, if I don't know who is next, I can say my. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You should be giving every speaker to have a time frame to air his view. Either 2 minutes.
Yeah, it shouldn't be 2 minutes. It shouldn't be more than 2 minutes.
104 persons here. Yeah, and there are people that I'm seeing down there, Yoruba people that I'm seeing, elderly people and women that we can even send message to
come and speak.
Mic to them to come up and speak.
Oh yes, definitely. I can see them. All right,
we don't need to come here and leave one person to speak for like 10 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes interval, maximum 3 minutes. So let's get a Mobolaji fire on. And let's get your views as quickly as possible. Eshigoni, like I said, feel comfortable to speak in your own local language. We will translate for the benefit of all other listeners. Because let's remember that it's not because of the Biafra we are translating. A lot of Yoruba children around the world does not understand Yoruba at all. Our job is to make sure that we carry them along in this movement. Everyone's okay, Mr. Mobolaji.
Hello, gbogbo ilé mo kí àgbàlagbà mo kí ọmọdé mo kí bàbá àti ìyá. Inú mi dùn pé mo ní chance láti sọ̀rọ̀ ní alẹ́. Mo really appreciate. Ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi lórí constitution. Ó dàbí pé network mi wà. À ń gbọ́ wọn. Ó ń flow dáadáa. So gbogbo constitution tó kó kalẹ̀ gbàtẹ́mi náà ti kúrò nílé ní ojú dí. But now, since they're producing a lot, I've learned a lot. Mr. Koiki, Ola Agbadrai, Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run á dúró ti Dr. Sunday Igboho á dúró ti Bàbá Akintoye náà á dúró ti Bàbá. Every one of them á dúró ti wọn because mo really learn a lot láti ìgbà tí mo ti ń tẹ̀lé. Mo dẹ̀ ti ń tẹ̀lé yín more than 2 years to 3 years náà ni mo ti ń tẹ̀lé yín. Tí mo dẹ̀ ti dúró pé yes, kíní yìí tá a bá gbà. Because ibi tí mo wà ní Arab country ni mo wà. Olóyìnbó kù àwọn òye tó ń contest yìí especially tó pẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Àtíkù yìí. Ó ní villa níbí báyìí o. Àwọn ò ní visa. Ẹ máa wo lórí burúkú wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ìtúbẹ̀ máa loot owó yẹn. Wọ́n fẹ́ máa loot ẹ̀ wá. Ètò bá ti wo youth bí family mi I've talked to them. Ètò bá gbọ́ tí ò bá gbọ́ lọ́ bá kidnap sàárà ni. Oníkálukú ń bá tiẹ̀ lọ nìyẹn. Báyìí sìn. Way forward, Tani. My brothers and sisters in Biafra, if you not tell Simon Ekpansin, please, I'm begging any one of you, my brother and my sister, my mommy and daddy in Biafra, whatever. Please help us to retweet the Twitter because.
I guess it's his network. Let's bear with him. It's just his network. If he comes back, Oh yeah, but Bruce, okay, yeah, I'm going.
So, kọjọ torí Ọlọ́run,
kán bá máa retweet tó bá náà sẹ́yìn ìsìnkú ìbọn kan wọ́n ètè káà náà ká jára mọ́ retweet ká dẹ̀ tún máa send the daily message ní Twitter because èmi náà mo ní ṣeré-ṣeré ẹ̀sìn every by day lèmi náà retweet anything tí bá ti even from Simon Ekpa gan mo retweet everything ní kọ́nà ṣàjẹ́ kí ó gbàdúrà mo ò ní ju nǹkan tí mo kọ̀ fẹ́ sọ yẹn ni kọ́nà kó ṣàṣàánú wa ẹ ṣé gan.
Eshegoni, again, the caller talked about the fake constitution. I want us to get a little bit more broadened. Is it just the constitution that is the problem of Nigeria? I know we are focused on the constitution. So whoever wants to come in again, maybe you want to educate us, you want to enlighten us. I don't know whether, I think Ominira Yemi have spoken, so we might want to bring him out so that we can have more people. Ifeanyi, thank you so much for helping as well. Like we always say, we have alliance with the Biafra. I know when we come on the Twitter space, I won't be surprised that they're going to jump on it. They're going to be excited. They are used to Twitter. But Adupelo Ogugbe in grammar, a lot of work we have done behind the scenes to get them here, and we will bring you in, even if we have to extend it. We don't have a time that we have to be here, but I'm sure when we want to go, we will go. Let me allow my co-host to also speak. Matthias, let's hear quickly from you for maybe 30 seconds, and then we get the next person in quickly. I know that there's still a lot of people that want to speak. Matthias, go ahead straight.
Yeah, we appreciate you all for my heart and love. So we good for everybody. So in terms of now we have to move in with the style. Yeah, our brothers Washenshi, our Biafra, they have laid down their lives to get their freedom. So we have to give it all it takes to get this freedom. We are just one step away to get this freedom. No, I think that we're just one step, or let me just say one step away. So, and we just have to, let's give it all it takes. We have to take the food by turn. So, Bashima so no, yeah, that is the only way they can hear us. Yes, and let us encourage ourselves to keep on using this guerrilla warfare that we'll be talking about also, which is Twitter. Twitter is very powerful. Media, social media. Twitter is powerful. So I'm a counter our Nigerian media. There's some Nigerian media, they're going to buy their anymore. Yeah, they're going to near our Kotashi, don't take it anymore. Yeah, they are sitting there silently, they are listening to us. Yes. So history, they won't even revisit all those things and publish them again. No, they can never do that. Because they may lose their license. So one might give you some fake things, don't publish. So many things are happening there where publish it so that nobody lose license more. Yes, so many things. So what am I saying? Kawashita, Kamataku, no, I'm not taku. Yeah, I won't be a flash in my sheet on Twitter. Nobody is suffering. So, what do you
I think let's bring Mazi Ifeanyi. I believe Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu. Mazi Ifeanyi Chukwu on mute, and let's hear from you.
Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone in this place. I greet you, my Oduduwa brother, Koikimedia, special greeting. I think this is second time I'm speaking with you. I mean, this is the first time on this space, but I spoke with you on one of your broadcasts in YouTube. Yeah, I'm so happy to see my Oduduwa brother coming up on stage today, and I do follow every of your broadcasts.
Yeah, I want to just stay. My contribution now is just like courage to my Yoruba brothers and sisters. You know, there's somebody who said that about Constitution of Nigeria. I want them to understand that what is happening in Nigeria is not even about the Constitution of the Nigeria, because I don't even know the constitution the person is saying, because Nigeria, as we know, they have a two law, which is Sharia law and secular law. So I don't even know what I believe is referring to the 1999 constitution. But that is not the problem of Nigeria. Nigeria foundation is already fraudulent foundation, and it can never stand. It can never stand. So that's the major problem of Nigeria. Nigeria was, if we want to come together as people, we're supposed to agree, put it on vote. But those things no one never done, they never did it on the time of amalgamation of Nigeria. No one accepted, just the way you see them using our businessmen and politicians, still using controlling everybody. So that thing is still there. So it's not about constitution. And let me come to the way we Biafrans are seeing Nigeria, in my own opinion. I normally use like a movie, Titanic movie, to give an example so that people will understand. Nigeria is like a Titanic ship, that have already hit log. It doesn't require a pilot to save that ship anymore. It doesn't require a pilot to shoot, no matter how good that pilot is. It doesn't require a pilot to save that ship. What it needs to, for everyone in that ship to do what, to vacate the ship, because just like the way they acted in Titanic, because I love watching those movies that I can get something from, pick one or two, because they all send message, During that time the Titanic is sinking, you see some people are even sinking and enjoying themselves. Some people are running ahead as scattered, Some people are trying to locate their next boat that they will join. So the way I see Nigeria is that just like the ship is about to sink, some people who feel less concerned are enjoying, having fun, and some people are trying to locate their the boats that they will join to escape from the sinking ship. And those people I see is just like the people agitating for Biafra and Oduduwa, which is the only good option that one have to choose when they are in that situation, that they are in a sinking ship. So, and as we all know that what happened in Titanic, it's only a few of them that survive, and those few are those who joined those small boats. So those people thinking that Nigeria, that is how they can do to make Nigeria better, which is what I've been hearing even since I was born. I'm getting to my 40s, and someone will still be telling me that Nigeria will be better. The same thing they told my father, and today we are still dragging the same thing. So I thank God that He sent someone who have come to open all of our eyes, and now we can see. So we must not make that same mistake. My Oduduwa brother, I want you all to, because what we do is that means the work is for everybody, not for any single person. If you see that they are not doing it in the struggle, you that know about that, bring it on as a suggestion and bring it to the table. They will see it and they will take it. That's how it does. You must not allow people to, it must come from this person that they have to follow it. No, you have to bring any good suggestion, any good idea, opinion, you bring it on, and once they see it, they will follow it. They put it and join the ones they have. So that's how it will happen.
Because we, the Biafrans, we have determined, we are leaving. And if we leave the ship, anybody left there will sink with the ship. That's what it will, result at the end. So I thank God for giving all of us, my Yoruba brothers and my brothers in Biafra, to the strength and courage to continue to, propagating this good news, to be able to save as much as people who can save, so that they will not sink with this ship. Greetings to everyone. God bless you all.
Wow. Just to summarize briefly, ẹni tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ tán lára àwọn èèyàn wa nínú Biafra, ó ní Nàìjíríà is like a Titanic ship. Ẹni tó bá mọ movie Titanic, and Titanic ti gbá ògiri, Nigeria is already, ó ti gbá ògiri, ó wá fẹ́ sink. Àdẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa kó sink pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, even though they are campaigning for Atiku, Tinubu and Labour Party, Peter Obi, that is going nowhere. He is not even talking about the constitution. I'm talking about Aitobawa Soroton. Only Nigeria foundation itself is fraud, not just the constitution. And he used Titanic as as an eye mark for that. He now also say that, sometimes, Koiki, I have an idea. No, anybody that has a great idea, make use of it as long as it can bring down the Titanic faster than anything else. Thank you so much, the last, speaker. Let me hand over again now to Ifeanyi. I know you are still with us. I can see 2 hands up there. Agriculture, but I think Ishokan Yoruba must have been before. Yeah, Ishokan, unmute yourself. Once again, I've written.
I sent you a message, go, you sent your message box.
Okay then, all right, okay.
Mo kí ẹ̀yin bàbá mi, mo kẹ́yìn ìyá mi, mo kẹ́yìn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi. Ẹ̀yin ṣe ń gbọ́ mi sà?
Loud and clear.
I'm going later. Alright, and then why cover the way you're not open to I greet all my Biafran brothers, all A Biafra, all A Odudua. In fact, this is a great initiative, and this is what we are talking about. Having so we need new ideas. For we bringing this to the Twitter, in fact, it's really amazing. So I give kudos to the person that brought the ideas, and God bless everyone. Now, like what our brother is saying concerning constitution, this is no matter of constitution. It's about our freedom. It's about the mistake our forefathers, which is the Oduduwas and the Indigenous, that they have made in the past. That is what we, the youth of nowadays, are coming to correct, which is what we must do and never return, and never no going back. Like what we just said, that which means Yoruba nation now. So first I'll plead to all my Indigenous brothers, which is the Biafra brothers, in times that because I heard one of the adverts that came out through Mazi Samefo that says, which our fathers in Americano says, concerning that what Awolowo did to the Igbos. I want to use this medium to apologize on behalf of all the Yoruba'S. Think like the way Awolowo is thinking then. He's thinking like he's on his own selfish interest, not speaking on the Yoruba'S, on other people, because if he says he's talking on other people, it means that he will be talking on our own behalf, but he's talking on his own selfish interest. Because I could remember when this white man came to him and said, why do you still want to go for as president? He said that's what he wants for Nigeria, not for the poor. So I want to use this medium to beg all the Biafra brothers, please let us love one another. And this love that we have, we never depart. So, and to all our brothers, that they are still thinking is a matter of constitution, like what our brother said, that it's not about the constitution, it's about what the British came to steal from us and want to get it back. We are not fighting Nigerian federal government, we are fighting the British. That is what we need to be sinking into our head. And we should know that
Anyhow we are pointing our fingers, we should be pointing the fingers on the roots, which is the British, because British are the one brainwashing the Fulanis, making them to be doing all things they are doing to with the Yorubas and the Biafran. So please let all our youth to stand up for their rights, and now I know that no any backbiting, no anything, no any betraying, no any looking if we want to do anything for ourselves. We the Yorubas and the and the Biafra, we are one and we are one forever. So please let us fight this fight to finish and never going back. Like what our brother said, that any kind of ideas, any of you have, tí a bá ní gbogbo idea tí a bá ní, ẹ jẹ́ kí a make sure pé ká máa lò without not even waiting for our great boss Mr. Olami Koiki or Baba Shisoda Adeyemo or Professor Banji Akintoye or even our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Samekwa. We should just know that this thing come from our head. Let us try to just bring things that will make this our freedom come faster, and which I know that with the generation, with the youth of this generation, we take no nonsense, and we know that we want the best for our future, for our children, for our grandchildren, and anybody that we know that we love, or like Yoruba and like the Yoruba'S and the Biafra. Please, let's just make this moving train keep moving. Please, as the Indigo, if you have any idea that you know you guys to support with the youth for the Oduduwa to make the movement moving, that will not just stop in any way, please don't hesitate to give our leaders the idea so that we can be moving together and nothing can stop us. And if I know if our common enemy knew that these people they have together, they will not have any ways to depart us. So I pray and God will bless us. Easy Shuku, like our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu just said. Shuku Nabia. I know we are one, and I believe God will strengthen our struggle to the end by God's grace. And none of us will go down, because I know that anything called freedom, you expect anything. But I know God that sent us for this struggle will never depart from us. So all in Biafra, all in Oduduwa, and I know God will bless us all. Thanks so much. Once again, I'm Comrade Mayor for Yoruba Nation, no going back.
Adikwelowo Babawa Omeyo, that is one of our hard working on the ground when it comes to strategic movement. Is never scared of the Fulani on the road. Is always there day and night, and we love you. We appreciate you, especially we the diaspora, and we cannot, more than say thank you so much for the sacrifice you are putting out there. We're still grateful to those of you that are with us. The most important thing is, and Bani Twitter, please make yourself registered fully on Twitter. We want to get more people on, tweeting every day, at least one tweet in it. At least some of us are reading too many WhatsApp messages, and sometimes it's irrelevant. Let us make Twitter one of our part of communication. Also, when you're tweeting, remember the hashtag sign. Very, very important. Put the hashtag Yoruba Nation now, hashtag Yoruba Lives Count, Yoruba Lives Matter, hashtag Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and so many hashtags. You can then also tag people, government around the world, Pope, American, whatever you can remember. It is also very, very, not yet, very, very important. So let me again, allow agriculture to speak. I can see my brother there also, African Confidential, will come to you in a minute. Agriculture, if you can unmute yourself. Once again, we appreciate everyone that have joined us so far. If you have not opened a Twitter, open Twitter. It's so easy, under 5-10 minutes. And in the next broadcast on our normal show, I will take you through how to register. It's very, very easy. Agriculture, Ebawasoro. Once again, thank you so much to my co-host, Ifeanyi and Matthias. Thank you so much to the two of you.
Well, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me clearly.
Loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. I want to especially thank Koiki. I've been an asked follower for some times now. And Also, I want to thank our Baba brothers. I pray Chuko Okeke Abiyama, the way Maz Namdekano always say it. I pray you will be with us all. And our Yoruba brothers too. For you to marry, never leave us. My own point of view is quite different from the way the rest of us have been seeing it. We have been so superb, everyone that has spoken. But I'm seeing it from another direction. The direction at which I'm seeing it is so spiritual. I believe that this course is a spiritual thing and it is already concluded in the spiritual realm. Because looking at it, you don't expect everybody to come on board. Those that are not on board now, let us talk to them. If they are not seeing sense in it, let us leave them. They will be backbenchers later. Because God does not require millions of people to raise his army. I'm a student of contemporary history, and I've found out that when God wants to change something, he does not really need the whole of the people. And I thank God because people like Mazi Namdekano, despite the fact that they have terrorized, they have been, subjected to inhumane treatment, yet they remain dogged. The same way goes to our Oga, Chief Sunday Igboho. He has not, looked back. So I just want to congratulate us. I'm not even encouraging us on anything. I just want to congratulate us that we are part of those that God has chosen, and we should remain dogged because many of us have not been subjected to this evil treatment that Mazin Namdekano has been subjected to, and this man remained on his feet. The same way with our Oga, Chief Sunday Igboho is my personal Oga too. So he also remained dogged on his feet. So the rest of us should also remain. We should not look back. God will see us through. And see that just last week, one of my students on the farm, the person that he came to my farm sometimes to learn something. He was also kidnapped. And many things I've been telling people is that it is because when it gets to your tongue, when it touches your family, you know that these people are not here today. This guy was kidnapped. They requested for 50 million. At the end of the day, they agreed on 6 million. The people that went to take the money to them, they released this my young boys and they kidnapped the people that took money there.
Can you imagine that? Unbelievable. What a sad situation. I just cited there. I'll bring you in straight away. It's one of our media. Thank you so much. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. You're still speaking. Yourself.
So this thing is not news to me. These people, I know them very well, very well. It is not bad on me. Even me, many times I've had encounter with the AK-47. So what I tell people around me is that if you say you are not ready to fight, when they come to you, proceed to them and start begging them now. So my farm has been destroyed many times. Still, I still remain. So I just want to thank God for our life. That few of us that still remain, we should just guide our lives. We will fight to the end. And Chuko Kike Abiyama will see us through. The Lord Mary will see us through. Thank you, everyone.
He said, Mabino, the last caller, he went to another dimension. And thank you so much once again, my brother there from the Biafra that is helping me on the ground there. This is our first time here, so bear with us.
I would love to respond to
okay, who wants to respond? Who is speaking? All right, go ahead. Then after that, let's bring Omo Borio, who is one of our media. I just cite him there, and we appreciate it. Go ahead, Ifeanyi. You want to respond? Because a lot of people always say it's not spiritual. Is it spiritual or not, Ifeanyi?
Yeah, and quick one. And it's spiritual, like you said, but they said spiritual controls the physical. You have to do the spiritual aspect, and you have also to do the physical aspect. If you abandon the physical aspect and base your agitation and your strength on the spiritual aspect, the effect will not be seen and will not be that much. Let me use, for example, what is written in the scripture. When God mandated that the children of Israel be delivered from the land of Egypt, the mandate was set 400 years, but they exceeded 430 years. And God called Moses. When Moses had been prepared for the mission, he called him and said, go and deliver these people. That's the spiritual aspect because God was involved. I get it. But that God is involved did not stop the children of Israel from fighting their way to the promised land. They didn't fold their hands. They have to do one or two things physically, confronting the people that is stopping what God has said not to pass, confronting them. For that thing which God has written about them to come to reality, which they are enjoying today, that you can come to Israel, and that Israel is one of the secure countries in the whole world. I get it. So the spiritual aspect is good. What is written about us is that one nation will be free, that Biafra will be free, that every indigenous person contracted, trapped in this construction called Nigeria will be free one day. That is the mandate. And we are now working it out by you, coming to media to help Koikimedia, to help IGBOHO. They cannot be everywhere at the same time. Just like Martin Namdekan is in TSS Junction, and Simon Eba is doing his own. Every one of us are doing our own part to see that this quest comes to a reality. So what he said is not out of place, it's 100% correct. But the spiritual will be there, the physical will also be there. Thank you, my brother.
Wow. Kí la tún fi sọjú tí our brother Ifeanyi in Wora just I remember when I think what they've done is just to put this discord in our heart. I went to Onward Northern Primary School in Surulere, it's still standing there, and we never had issue with the Igbo people, but definitely in the past there's always been issues. But moving forward now, the real criminals, but people still think because the Igbo have actually overtaken us in Alaba, they've taken us in Ondo State, they're like encroacher. People think that Igbo everywhere, Igbo. But when we the Yorubas are coming to UK, nobody said we are going to overthrow them in Peckham. I believe when you go to Peckham now, there are more Yoruba people than even our other ethnic groups that are there. If we have the opportunity, we will overthrow them in Dustin, and they're doing very well in Manchester. So what I always say to people is not about those issues. Those issues are something that they would have to accept. I live here in UK for the last 2 decades. And to be honest with you, the UK, as good, as bad, as ugly they are, they've tolerated us. And if you look at the news at Birmingham, which is a black area, you realize that even a school is still saying you cannot do a kind of a flat air. And that created a lot of conversation in the media. Baba wa mo gori owo ẹ ti wà pẹ̀lú wa, mo mọ̀ pé ẹ ti wà pẹ̀lú wa, mo ṣe wá realize pé ìgbà tí mo lọ wo èmi pé mo tẹ̀ follow yín tẹ́lẹ̀, èmi náà ti follow yín nísìn on Twitter. Omo Gori Owo is one of our strong media based somewhere around the globe, using his own intellectual. His Yoruba is more better than me, I've got to be honest with you. But don't worry, I will do Anyon before, which means translation. And please, I can still try. Eba Agbonsoke Baba Omo Gori Owo, and welcome to the platform as well.
Thank you, both our brothers. I hope you are hearing me now.
Loud and clear.
Thank you so much. I will use my own mother language because I'm more confident with it. But I will be using it somehow. Thank you, my brothers in Biafra land, and then we thank every one of us who are present here today. And then this is a very initiative platform. It marked that we are all united. So, in the olden days, there is a problem between Igbo and Yoruba, or issue of Awolowo, no Awolowo. We should just go back to the history. In 1958, when Awolowo had his first constitutional conference in UK, was when Nigerian Western region radio service was created, and a Western region television service was created. That is first television in Africa, and then also first radio television also in Africa, Asia, and France. And then also the same Cocoa House in Ibadan. That is first tallest building in Africa, Asia, and France, which is me, the Yoruba, and the Igbo. We are more great talented, and we have a bright future. But the mistake our fathers make, we can't say that we know what to do. The mistake they made is that waiting for the Fulanis, or let me say Hausa, to combine to form Nigeria. Then if we go back to the history in 14 amalgamation, you can see the reason why the amalgamation was created in 1914 is for them to, to feed the north, because at that time we have only two north, which is Sokoto Protectorate and the Borno. But we believe that if they didn't merge us together, there is no way we have already far beyond what the British expect when they come to our land. We have the way of doing things. We have Obas, we have Bale, we have everybody in place. We have our own rules and regulations that our great-grandfather laid down. But when they came, they already find this in us. So that is why they find the Fulani, Al-Manjuri. That is their own. That is their own way of doing things. They don't go to school. They don't even know anything about the education. But they think that they can manipulate them, and they give them the power after they left. That is where we are facing the problem today. But the only way we can survive all this is until when we work as unity, both Yoruba'S and Igbo. Without working together, without working as a unity, there is no way we can defeat these people. And then the only way for those who are studying or being obedience, Tinubu and all that, they just made a mistake. There is no way. The Fulani have already said it. Even if you go to hello, please, are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
If you go to one, there is one book reading was Amadu Bello, which is called My Life. He said it clearly in that book. There is no way you should not allow the Southwest or South to rule. That is no way Fulani will allow the power to come back to the Southwest or to come back to the South, but they will not even allow that. But the only way for us is to stand firm, to have just one force, like everybody is doing now. Now, everybody is doing now. That's the only way we can have our own freedom. We can have our own future, because our own freedom is in our hand. Our grandfather have done their own. It is not the time our own turn. And then I go through one book that I was just said that a youth need to take their own life in their hand, which is me. It is time for us to fight as unity. Both our Biafra land, both our Oduduwa land, it is time to fight as one body. And the nation will defeat this our enemy. They are minority. But the way they are doing us is just like we're just like a slave in our fatherland. We're a slave in our motherland. We cannot go to farm. Our children cannot even go to school anymore. Our lady cannot go to farm. Our mom cannot go to farm anymore. Things has become scatter and giant. But the only way is just for us to have one voice as we are doing now. If you can continue to emulate these, we are passing a message to those people at home that we are united. And when the government see that we are united, it just gives a sense of reason that these people have come back to unite. And then we should just have something in mind. That is the way Fulani used to devise us. They devise our fathers in the future. Even though the present one, they are still dividing them with the money. They use the money they gain from us to divide us. We should just have something in our mind that don't let any amount of money humiliate us or deceiving us to betray ourselves. Because the issue we said, Yoruba people are betrayed Biafra and betrayed Yoruba. Let us just forget about the past and have a new way of having our own life at hand, and have a new way of making sure that we fight this fight to the core, and we always win that fight. But there is no way we will fight without winning. That is no one lost. We don't think those who have lost their life in this struggle. In Biafra, many people have lost their life in this struggle. In Yoruba side, many people have lost their life in this struggle. Then if you don't achieve our aim and objective, you want to tell me that they just wasted their life for nothing. So that is why I stand firm. That is nothing will make me derive from this struggle. It is not over until it's over. We have to have that kind of mind. Our positive mind should also supposed to be strong. That it is not over until it's over. May God bless us. May God bless Yoruba and may God bless Biafra and may God bless our brother who organized this Koiki and some other co-workers. Thank you so much for allowing me to talk.
Eshigoni Babawa, again a very sad news. Amuloko is on fire in Ibadan. Last week there was a fire there. There's a lot of fire going on in the southeast. These are not just fire, these are planned work. Again, breaking news, there's a fire in Amuloko in Ibadan. My team just sent the message. And this is why we say to our people, security is no longer there. This message from our brother, let me just summarize it. Babawa Omoborewo Media, says again the unity is important. He talked about the 1958 Constitution Conference, the Western region, how we had the TV, the radio, and they've now actually, given it now to the Fulani to control. There's a particular building that is the somewhere in Ikorodu. I was sent the images. Voice of is it voice of something? I can't remember now, but it's somewhere in Ikorodu. Billions of naira have been spent, stripped up everything, and at the moment it is not functioning. And welcome again, must be one of our other media as well that have joined. Let's bring in African Confidential to speak to us. We are reviewing everything tonight. We are looking at not just the 1999 Constitution. We are also looking at the unity. The moving forward is our first time on Twitter Space, but it will come up every once in a week. Yeah, and if we have to add more, we will do so. African Confidential, let's get a bit of feed from you. Akiboba Iyawa, T&W Wanile, it is important you join the Twitter, and it is part of our guerrilla warfare to fight the government. We don't have any weapon, but we will use whatever we have. Like Simon Ekpa said, is either there is peace, we go in peace, or Nigeria will go in pieces. Africa Confidential, go ahead, please.
Yes, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I greet everyone in this space with the greetings of the ancestors. I'm very happy. Okay, can I go?
Must be, can you mute? Must be, your mic is on mute. Must be. Thank you.
So, I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay. Go ahead, African Confidential.
Okay, yes. So I greet everyone once again in this space. I'm very happy to be among you guys, among a bunch of like-minded individuals who are crazy about freedom. I'm very happy to be here. As I said, I thank my brother Koiki. I've never spoken to you before, so this is my first time speaking to you. So thank you for this, for this privilege to be able to speak here. In truth, no, Yoruba Ngoni Mofeso or Yoruba Ngoni Miobatiso, but I don't want to embarrass myself because my Yoruba is quite embarrassing. But in Momo, we have a limited time to speak, so I will try and just speak in English. So please, bear with me. And so yes, three things in Mokopesai. So I'm more of a listener, than a speaker. So, but I just felt the need to so just a couple of things. First, Koiki, thank you for the great job you're doing. Thank you for this, this move you made. Nnamdi Kanu Sheman Simon Ekpa is taking their struggle to a new dimension. It's like you're taking our own agitation as well to a new dimension by introducing this Twitter space. So I'm going to echo what you and your other team members have been saying, that Twitter is exactly the platform we want to be on. It's not for like, there'll be like Facebook, just post picture or this. Twitter is where you want to counter the narrative of the enemy, which is the Nigerian media. So we are not asking for you to do anything new. Bashiman saw on YouTube. Bashiman comments, Tobati Son Kokota clearly running. We have to Bashiman fake counter on YouTube. Saying don't bother, there's no one here seeing what we are saying there. But on Twitter, we want to, counter RTL tag one. Can it arise low Son Kokoti time of running? We can tag them and say no, this is clear propaganda. So but Kema Sorrow Julori. So, but that is that. Twitter, this is a great move. Thank you for bringing this to Twitter. At least be there once a week, as you said. will really go a long way into bringing more people onto it on this platform, and that's a great move. So, secondly, I'm someone and I've noticed, but no matter I enjoy banter with specifically these obedient people, and one guy I was speaking to him actually, kind of chatting with him on IG, and I was assuring him that look, Peter Obi is not going to win. I can guarantee you this guy is not going to. So we're going back and forth, and the last message to soften me, I haven't responded, but last message to soften me was, even if Peter Obi doesn't win, I will just keep it. So I will just continue with my life where it's not that anything. So, but that right there is a problem. So, I mention it because I know many people will feel this way because when you tell them, hey, this guy will not win, they go see it only big, but he can never win. Even if he doesn't win, well, but this is a problem. How long do you want to continue playing trial and error politics? We just support this guy, we'll just do this, we'll just do that. Could he win? He can never win. So you go back to square one again. Etuma, you will have to endure this thing for another 4 years and then start all over again to try a lot again in a system everyone knows is rigged. So that is something else Timothy point out just for maybe some obedience to my boy, this broadcast, or maybe they might watch a replay, that this idea of trial and error is not getting us anywhere. Our parents did the same thing. We are doing the same thing. Do we want to leave that kind of Nigeria to our children? So I want mama trial and trial and error politics. No. Let's end this once and for all. The Biafrans are ready. Yoruba'S, we are ready, although we have some issues, but we are also ready. Let's break this once and for all. Let's start in our region so that we are going to should I say develop a nation. Tamokwe is a law-abiding nation. Nigeria will never be. In that case, competence, Lamamaso, not so is this one's turn or this and that, but again, that is the second point. The third and final thing Timoveso is this is freedom fighting. Yorùbá so our mojo, our kawijo, our intelligent. So because of that, everybody Lomani some kind of analysis about this, you say no, let's do it this way, let's do it. So it's like everyone is trying to always counter, but this is freedom fighting. And in a freedom fighting, any freedom fighting movement, you are all comrades. Now, as a comrade, any death of one of you, or I should say one of us, in a freedom fighting movement, kò yẹ kó ṣe ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn lọ́n pé yes, kò yẹ kó ìrẹ̀wẹ̀sì ọkàn sí wa lọ́kàn. It's supposed to get us stone-hearted. Any death of one of us by the enemy should get us stone-hearted. Who is the enemy? The Nigerian government. They are the enemy, right? So, talk by any one of us like that. The death of our comrade at where was the Shell Jotani or where it was? We get us more angry or angrier. We are supposed to want to even avenge that death. So that is a mindset of a freedom fighter. That's a revolutionary. So they killed us, so we're now going. No, that means we are ready for freedom. Yeah? Any freedom fighter knows that when they kill one of you, it gets you angrier. So I don't want to, can come and repeat time, but those are the 3 points I wanted to raise really quickly. Thank you, my brother, once again, Koiki. Great pleasure speaking with you and everyone in the house. Thank you.
Wow. First time. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, my brother. You really hit it. That's something this is your last point. Your last point is very, 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 very important. This is your last point. Because that is the beacon of whatsoever we are doing as comrades or as people that are championing the cause of freedom. Are you getting me? Just like our brother earlier said about the spiritual aspect of what we are doing. Every freedom, every genuine freedom that you will lay hold on that can sustain you and your generation there must be a sacrifice. There must be a sacrifice. There must be a blood sacrifice. Nothing goes for nothing. Because freedom is like life. And once you give in life, you will not give in. If you're not ready to give in life, you cannot take life. Freedom is life. Are you getting me? So, for you to give in life, means that's why international community, before they know that you are serious about your freedom, is when you are ready, when you can say that if I die, I die. If I perish, I perish. Because of this cause. That's when they will know that of the sure that this thing you really need it. But when maybe they shoot gun, you run, and you never come back. That means you're not ready. That thing that you're looking for is not that important. It's not important that you can lay down your life for it. But anything you can lay down your life for, just like the Bible said that Christ laid down his life for the people that he loved. Are you getting it? If you cannot lay down your life for the struggle that you believe in, that your generation of God will come and benefit from it, it's just like planting a tree, an old man planting a tree, knowing fully well that before that tree will germinate and grow, maybe he is dead and gone. That is a whole new generation that will grow up to stay under the shadow of that same tree that the old man planted. But the person that started it, the shield that the younger ones are enjoying, was planted by the old man. I get it. So anybody that is ready and prepared for freedom must be ready to face whatever challenges that is attached to it. Thank you, my brother Koiki.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm gonna bring one person in now, and this person, is one of our very strong, determined. I won't say he's a youth anymore because he's a man now, but and we call him Mass Barrier. For the benefit of those that probably would not know who Mass Barrier is, before we bring him in, let me play back a 1 minute 47 seconds. If you all agree with me, this was his voice 5 years ago, even before the Yoruba nation started. 1 minute. Let's get that in, and I just want to 2 minute gadget here. So let's hear from. We call him Mass B, but 5 years ago, everybody got to know about him because he spoke the minds of millions of people.
Nigeria, that if our leaders are honest and truthful and they are ready to work, Nigeria will be among the best countries in the world because we have what it takes. Our leaders are our problem. We are not having any problem in Nigeria. The only problem we are having are the leaders. Even me as somebody, I'm saying it publicly that if they can just do mass burial of all our leaders and let we the youth start ruling, you will see that everything will go the way it should go. Our leaders are our problem. I'm telling you, they can come and arrest me. If they should kill me, 1,000 people like me will still stand in this country. So that's it. Our leaders are our problem. We are not having any problem with our leaders. Our leaders, they are our problem. How can someone see?
Sorry? What? Oh, it's not clear. Okay, let me move back. Let me move closer to it. Let's move closer.
I don't even know what, because the issue is even annoying. How, even under normal circumstances, apart from their salary, they're not supposed to be giving them wardrobe allowance, all this allowance, all this allowance. What is the meaning of that? The money our leaders are collecting in a month in some country of the world, some presidents are not collecting it in a year. I'm saying it publicly. So that's all. Someone even compensate me for talking and give me water.
That was 5 years ago. I believe he's coming back in. I don't know whether he's there with us now. I realize he's in and out. He's out. Okay, when he comes back, we bring him in. That was mass burial, say mass burial for all our leaders, and that was 5 years ago. He's now part of the Yoruba Nation agitation. He does not believe he's just the leaders anymore. He believes more than that Nigeria should divide. So as soon as he comes back, we will bring him in. because we don't want to go too much. We've done 3 hours so far, so whatever we have left now, we should manage it. Okay, I think he's asking us to bring him on the space to speak. Let's see if we can get him in. So we will start winding down. I don't think I've invited 1 or 2 of our mothers. Maybe they can speak to us. I'm sure people will get comfortable in the long run. We are not taking calls because it's not like the normal show we do. This is a new trend. Just to become Twitter warrior, we can use that to defend ourselves, talk to the international community, and learn so much as well. So thank you so much. Mas B is coming in and out because of his network back in the location confusion. Let me go back to Matthias, and then we'll go back to Ifa in just about a few minutes again. Let's start reviewing everything with this.
I think Pastor Gabriel.
Oh yes, sorry, yes. How can we forget it? How can we forget it, Pastor? Pastor Gallant, go ahead. Sorry about that.
And just 2 minutes, please, so that the phone will wind down. Pastor Gallant, Pastor Gallant,
it could be network or anything. All right, let Taba come in, then we'll let him go through. Let's just review what we have said so far, and let's appreciate those that have joined us. At least we tried, even though we didn't get to 100 on the Twitter space, but we have more people listening as well on other platforms. But we would like people to become more Twitter warrior. Matthias, Fafa now tí ó darapọ̀ mọ́ wa láàrin méjì. If Pastor Gallant here has come through, we will let you in. Sáré brief wa, níbo ni abáròdé in 3 hours? A lot have been said. I will do my own closing remark with everything I've written down. But let's come with you first, Matthias. Go ahead.
Aki gbogbo akókalẹ̀ àti gbogbo akófarabalẹ̀ lórí ìkànnì Twitter tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ lónìí, Twitter space. Nǹkan tá a ti sọ látàárọ̀ fún àǹfààní èyí tí ẹ ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ wa àti èyí tí darapọ̀ mọ́ wa láàárín, òun ni a ti sọ lórí bí Nàìjíríà ò ṣe lè ṣiṣẹ́.
Má bínú, Masberia said the network strength is too bad, but he'll keep trying. Maybe I can bring him in through a normal call. But go ahead, Matthias.
Okay, a ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí Nàìjíríà ò ṣe láláì ṣiṣẹ́ nípa constitution yẹn. Constitution military decree 1999 constitution gẹ́gẹ́ tí gbogbo a ṣe mọ̀, constitution yẹn popular gan, ó sì burú gan, constitution is evil. So a ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀, a ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ìdí tí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe gbọdọ̀ kúrò ní inú oko ẹrú nítorí pé ìyà là ń jẹ, oko ẹrú la wà, kò sí àní kò sí pé kíní kan oko ẹrú ìlú wa wà, àti Yorùbá àti Igbo oko ẹrú la wà torí pé kíni àwọn people yìí, they are the minorities and they are trying to bear àwọn wọn ṣe bí pé majority ni wọn lórí ìdá olórí àwa tí ó sì yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. So we talk about that, and we want to talk about bí àwọn international community bí wọ́n ṣe ẹgbẹ́ tí mo àwọn British àwọn colonial master wa ni British èyí tẹ́ bá mọ̀ nípa slave trade àbí wàhálà ẹ̀ máa sọ náà. Àwọn British ni colonizer wa, so àwọn gbogbo ni wọ́n hinder freedom our indigenous people. Yes, they are part of the problem we are having. No, they should exist gidi gan, because ẹ máa rí wọn dáadáa, ẹ máa rí wọn pé they are not friendly with us. Àwọn náà ti lọ́wọ́ friendly.
Jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ láti bíbá ẹ̀ Mas B sọ̀rọ̀ láti bíbá. Ẹ má bínú bàbá wa Matthias, ẹ má bínú. I have Mas B. He has actually joined us through the phone line. He was struggling with the network. Ó yẹ bá wa sọ ní tẹ́fẹ́ sọ, Mas B. We had your video of 5 years ago. You were complaining about the leaders then. Are you still complaining about the leaders, or your views have changed because we know now you are part of the struggle, campaigning, working tirelessly, even though some might not know the kind of job, before you can go around, get as many images and put it on your own timeline? And also, mass burial was 5 years ago. Why Yoruba nation now? Why not the same thing of 5 years ago? Eba sọ̀rọ̀ kíákíá ń gbọ́ yín.
Ẹ kálẹ́ ẹ̀yin ìyá àti bàbá wa nílé
lóko àti ní ẹ̀yìn odi. Ó jẹ́ kí n sọ English nítorí àwọn tí wọ́n gbọ́ Yorùbá, ṣùgbọ́n èdè tí ó lè wà convenient fún mi jù ní èdè Yorùbá tó ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Ìdí tí mo fi sọ pé mass burial for all our leaders ní 5 to 6 years ago ni pé torí pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ nǹkan lọ lọ́nà tó jẹ́ pé kò tiẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ máa lọ láàárín àwọn ẹranko. Ó wá ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ láàárín àwa ọmọ aládé ni mo fi wò pé gbogbo ìgbà yẹn gan mi ì tí mọ̀ pé kò kí ń ṣe leader gangan ni the main problem. The leaders and the foundation of the country. But nítorí pé mi ì tí fi bẹ́ẹ̀ ní òye nípa ọ̀rọ̀ freedom. So along the line, ìgbà tó ṣàyà, I keep on clamoring for change of government. But suddenly, ìjọ tí ara wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbọ́ pé wọ́n jíyàn gbé ní gọ̀gàn, wọ́n pààyàn, wọ́n ṣe gbá, wọ́n ṣàwo, tí gbogbo wa rán lọ síbẹ̀, tí Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ lo bàbá wa ṣe Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá, tí wọ́n jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé ọ̀tọ̀ ni orílẹ̀-èdè, ọ̀tọ̀ ni freedom. Nítorí pé bàbá wa ṣe Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá, kọ́ jẹ́ kí ojú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa là wípé kò kí ń ṣe ìlú tí kò ní ṣe àwọn tí wọ́n débẹ̀ gangan ni problem, ìlú ìgangan ni problem. Kọ́ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé tá a bá jáde kúrò nínú wọn Nàìjíríà kò sí kankan tó lè work. So who am I? Ta ni mí? Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ kan tí mo jẹ́, so kò sí kankan tí mo lè ṣe ju pé kí n gbé wá Nàìjíríà sẹ́gbẹ́ kan, kí n dẹ̀ tẹ̀lé Yorùbá nation. And ọ̀la, I am still part of the struggle. No retreat, no surrender. Thank you very much, Mr. Olaremi Koiki. God will continue to strengthen you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much. And just to summarize briefly what our brother was saying there, we had his voice, even though it was a bit low, when we played that video. This was 5 years ago then, before the movement. And he now says, there is no point. The problem is not our leaders. The problem is what was implanted, what the Britain put together to call Nigeria. God did not create Nigeria, and we appreciate our brother there, must be, as is known among the Yoruba people. Let me go back to Matthias again then. As soon as Matthias finishes speaking, Ifeanyi will speak. I believe we don't have any more person to speak, so let's not allow anybody to come up again. And we can wind it down in just under 15 minutes so that next time when we invite people, they'll come and talk to us again. Go ahead, and we appreciate all our listeners, Biafra and non-Biafra. Go ahead, Matthias.
Okay, bá ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, so a ṣì tún sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bí struggle yóò ṣe continue. Ká má ṣe jẹ́ kí torí pé èèyàn kan ní wa ti ṣe kí ni ó ti jábọ́, ó ti ṣe bákan, ká kí ìyẹn máa wé wa down. We should rather be báwo ni ẹ̀gbọ́n wa ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, wọ́n ní kí àwa angry, like angry nípa nítorí pé wọ́n pa èèyàn kan ní wa. Wọ́n ṣe pé ká máa jẹ́ kí ẹ̀ máa kó ẹ̀wọ̀n sọ̀rọ̀, má ṣe jẹ́ ká give up. They are almost there. So a sì ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa nǹkan yẹn. So òun sì lẹ́sùn gbọ́ yẹn ni pé Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló dá Nàìjíríà. British created Nigeria 1914. They amalgamated us together. Ká máa jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ nípa nǹkan amalgamation yẹn. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa kan ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, àwọn kan mọ̀ nípa amalgamation. Ọmọ kan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀, ọmọ bí kí yẹn ṣe wá. So wọn láti jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ wípé báyìí ni community amalgamation wọ́n kó wa pọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí Nàìjíríà ni Ọlọ́run kọ́ ló dá. Káwọn èèyàn pé you are in Nigeria, it's a lie. And don't let anybody to tell you that let us be praying for Nigeria. Let us keep praying. There was I think it was on Monday ni wọ́n sin lady wa tí wọ́n pa ní on the 25th December. So nígbà táwọn wo live yẹn, wọ́n ṣe live yẹn, àwọn sọ pé Nàìjíríà yìí o, ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀tá ṣe ń ṣe láti save ẹ̀, bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn èèyàn ó ṣe máa kú sí ẹni wá nínú. Brother, stop saying that. Let us keep praying for Nigeria by just now. No matter how you pray, contract is no more in Nigeria. You have to go. Instead of coming out of Nigeria, pray for Yorùbá. So ká má sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Ẹ máa gbàdúrà fún ilẹ̀ yìí, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ilẹ̀ Igbo. Ẹ má gbàdúrà fún Nàìjíríà mọ́. Nigeria can never work and never work. Yeah. But let me put it to you. No matter how you try to save it, Nigeria will eventually break up. It will eventually what? Eventually break up. So àti gbogbo yín àdúgbò lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ̀sìn tẹ̀ àkọ́mọ́ wa lójú àyàtà báyàtẹ̀ kan wá sí fún ìfarabalẹ̀ ojú ajé wa ìgbọ̀dálẹ̀ lójúmarè àwa pẹ̀lú wa. So mo wá lè wà padà sí ọ̀dọ̀ mi pé.
Let's Ifeanyi, go ahead, Ifeanyi. Give us a summary from what you have listened to in the last 3 hours 21 minutes, according to my OBS broadcasting, which we started at the same time. Ifeanyi, go ahead, please, my brother.
Thank you, my brother Koikimedia. Thank you so much for this moment and the opportunity to go to each and every one of us. Say our views. I thank you so much, and the co-host and Matthias. I thank you so much. I will look forward to hearing something like this and the review. And once in a week, I will send you a message. I will inbox you later and the private link Koikimedia. Maybe we'll be doing this once in a week. We collaborate both Biafra and the Yorùbá nation. We collaborate and we come up with a topic that will be speaking on that day, so that we will put more enlightenment, create more awareness, both on our Yoruba expression and our Biafran expression. Because there's a lot of confusion here and there because of what Nigeria government has done to us, stuff like they are talking about the constitution. Some people say that the constitution is limited, but some of us, that our leader, both IGBOHO and Martin Pitano, and the Koikimedia and the Simonetta have opened our eyes to see that the constitution is not a problem of one Nigeria. That the problem is the British amalgamation, bringing three nations and lopsided them into the one. People that have different diversity. So that is the problem that we are having. All the things that we are saying here, both the physical aspect of the struggle and the physical aspect of the struggle. The major thing that I will have to say there to us today is that we should be courageous and be strong in this cause. Once you're out, don't need only few people, like one of our brothers and rightly said, don't need only few people to liberate the poor people, to liberate the good one nation, to liberate the Biafran nation. Just like you need only 11 players in the field to play and won the trophy for a nation to celebrate. That's how God needs two people that are committed. People that are committed. Not one leg in one Nigeria, one leg in a good one nation, one leg in one Nigeria, one leg in the Biafran nation. No. But your both legs, all your eggs will be in that one basket of a good one nation. All your eggs will be in that one basket of the Biafran nation. And in that way, this our cause will be achieved. And our children and our children of God will always be proud of Sunday IGBOHO. They will always be proud of you, comrade, that is there, that is ready to take the move to help Koiki in the media, to help Sunday IGBOHO in all the moves that is making to propagate the gospel, to help Martin Nambikano and Simonetta to the things that they are doing. Future will never forget you. Posterity will never forget you. The next generations will always think about you. You will create what everybody has been longing for. Many people want to be immortalized while they are alive. The only opportunity you have to do so is to give yourself in into the agitation of Odudua nation. Give yourself in into the agitation of Biafran nation. And once you're doing that, the God that is spearheading the affairs of Odudua will bless you. And the God that is spearheading the affairs of Biafran nation will also bless you. Thank you, my people. Thank you, Koiki. I know maybe you don't recognize me for this name. This is not my first time speaking with you. When you are doing your broadcast on Facebook and all that, I normally call you on phone and the line is talk to you. Thank you, my brother, for this wonderful.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for my brother and the co-host. Definitely once a week, we could stick maybe to Saturday, which I believe is much more better. But we'll review that but definitely we're expecting us again next week. Mo ki gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá. This is the beginning of a new phase of our struggle, the Twitter space. There's nothing to be scared of. If you want to speak, you let us know, but not tonight anymore because we're bringing the broadcast to an end. We appreciate everyone that have been part of this, movement today. Tomorrow we'll come back again. We will not be coming out tonight for those that probably, expecting us. But for now, we don't know. But at least our Twitter space has been.
I'm sorry for interjecting.
Yeah. Yes. Oh yes, we will do that. Yes. Yeah.
Because our brothers also.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Matthias. We will get that ready before we go. So, don't let the media of Bolekaja in Nigeria and the ones on the social media to bully you. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup. Nobody can save or rectify Nigeria. It is too late to fix or try to rectify this contraction called Nigeria. It must go down so that the real aboriginal, the real owner of the land, can take control back of their land. We will first play the anthem of the Biafra. Let us remember that we had an alliance, even though I did not inform them that I'll be out tonight, but I'm sure out of my 19,000 followers, I will not be surprised that 9,000 of them are Biafra. There's no doubt in my mind because we do know that they are already there, but the remaining 10,000 will be multiplied and that will get our message across. Remember that Twitter is not Facebook. Some things are still permitted on Twitter because even though Elon Musk owns it, but Facebook is really giving us a lot of problem, especially we that are agitated, just as they're giving the Biafra as well. So this is the Biafra anthem, and then we come back with the Yoruba one. Let's listen to this.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In Him we trust. Shout it, sing it. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra. We shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes. Our prayer shall be known, both day and night. Save them always. All hail Biafra.
Wow, that is our beautiful brothers and sisters, the Biafrans. And this time around, let's hear the Yoruba anthem that will come through right now. Ise, Ashelele. Thank you, everyone. And as we'll be back again next week, we will put out the information by latest Monday. It will be out there, and we will continue to promote it until we meet again. A very good evening to everyone that have joined us and those on the other platform as well. Bye for now.
Life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful.
I believe it was a great outing on our first Twitter space. Quite a lot of people tuned in. We had about 431 people on our Twitter space today after 3 hours, 35 minutes, 41 seconds. Mokibobo Yawa from GR1. A very beautiful one to my beautiful mother and the rest of everybody out there. And those on the MixLR and all the platform, make sure you join us right inside the Twitter space tomorrow. Next week. Bye for now. Odi Ola for the Sunday broadcast. We're not going to be coming out tonight, but I'll be back again for the Sunday broadcast tomorrow. Odaro. Bye for now.